And we are back on Pub Sports Radio for another college basketball live bet stream. I'm your guy, Dabby Cab, and here with me like every Saturday morning is my dude, C-Mac. C-Mac, how you doing today, man?
Cab, what is up? Huge day of college basketball, my man, and we are live, baby, live. So
I'm trying to find a background for us that doesn't say thanks for watching right now.
Well, thanks for watching, though. So, I mean, if we have to keep this one, we'll keep the basic background. We'll try to figure it out. These people fuck with the backgrounds always between these shows. There we go. There's the logo.
They keep
moving. A little early for a beer. Maybe not on the East Coast, you know. It's almost, I guess, noon. Maybe you have a beer or a drink with lunch coming up, but not me. A little too early for me, Cap. But what's going on, man? We got a game popping off here in 10 minutes. We'll hit up the chat in a few if you want to. Throw all your plays, what you guys are on here in this early card. Do you have any of these noon Eastern games bet? Do you have anything here?
So I tell you what, C-Mac, here on this spot right here, I did it. We talked about it last night, and I said I didn't want to, but I did it. I bet UConn in the first half here. I got -1 when I bet them. I think that's moved to 1.5 now, but I still support it. You got to cover 1.5 to cover 1. St. John's is not. They're not playing well. I mean, I know this is going to be a big matchup. They're going to get up for it, but they just aren't playing well enough for me to consider taking them as an underdog right here. You look at St. John's, they lost to Xavier by 11. UConn just beat Xavier by 43. I know we don't take games like that to cap, but, you do like to look at how the matchups played out. The Huskies were at home and St. John's was on the road, but that still doesn't make up for the 54 points of, disparity that we're talking about in these two outcomes. And St. John's is going to be without their top player here. He typically has a size advantage for them, so they can play a little bully ball inside. But when the size advantage is gone here, I don't see what they're going to do to stop UConn here. So even though the spread is a little bit fishy and I don't love it, I bet it. I'm here on first half with UConn, and that's where I'm at. What about you?
Yeah, I have nothing in this game. Everyone's a good here to go that I have for St. John's, right?
Okay, see,
Did you say somebody's out?
Yeah, I had Soriano out. Their center, their 6'11", 255-pound center.
I have not heard any news there. I think he's the go-to. He's the biggest piece if you like St. John's. Hey, he's out.
That's what
I think this number would be.
Look, he's not out. He might be like a little hobbled. That's why I was saying that's what moved me on to UConn. So I hope I'm right on that.
Well, here's the deal. I haven't heard word. We got to pull up the TV. This game will pop off in 10 minutes and get the game going. Is the big guy's in, Klingen. He wasn't in the first matchup for St. John's, but he's back. He's only played like the last game they played. He played 15 minutes. Is he going to play more than that? And the big guy for UConn is Caravan, whether he plays or not. He's got the bum ankle here for UConn. Most think he goes. He's too big. Between him, Castle, Newton, Spencer, they all play the 35 minutes. It seems like. I mean, this is a team that's heavily on these guys night in and night out. So he's a big piece as a power forward for them. So I think he goes. Huge game, Madison Square Garden. I mean, St. John's, this is kind of like the do or die spot. You mentioned losers of 4 or 5. I had Xavier earlier in the week. They took care of them. They don't have a great defense. They don't shoot it great. They haven't really changed, I thought, since Patino's even come in, really, at all. This is in the last few years. I just don't think they're a great team, but this kind of is, if they're ever going to get one, it could be here. And UConn has been good. They're starting to win on the road. They dropped that one early. I talked about it, but, 1-point win was Nova. I think they beat Seton Hall by 5. They beat Butler by 6, by 7, 88-81. A win's a win. That's all they want. They get. And this could be close here today. So this was tough for me, but I'm looking to bet it live. And I think the big guy's in. I think he's fine. That's who I'd go to with props, is Soriano. He's got to be the guy. The last 2 games, he scored 21 apiece, 15 boards. His points are 15.5. It's plus money. And his boards are 8.5. It was -140. So if you want the 9.5, you probably could get plus money. Like when he gets over 10 boards, basically a double-double, that's what they need. And he can't get in foul trouble because he's got to play about 35 minutes. So I look to his props at home here, Madison Square Garden. I mean, he's got to be the guy. We'll see if he can get it done.
So, you're going to be on his props, but you're staying off the side.
No, I haven't bet it. I'm saying that I think I'd look at his props.
Okay.
In this game.
Shout out to everybody in the chat rolling with us, man. We're up over 70 people already here on this early Saturday. Our guy Swizz in the chat, Perky Sanderson, Nasty.
Caravan's out, by the way. Cat. Caravan out for UConn. That's big. 15 points a game.
That's huge.
Out.
And that's if Soriano's fine. That's a big factor of who's going to cover him.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to take these props. Maybe I'll put a couple bucks on them. Give me a minute.
Yeah, I got you. Finish hitting the chat here. Morgan Spooner, Talk Sports with JT, man. Good to see you. Nutflush Allen, man. Good to see you, Nutflush, early on this Saturday. Dana Delp, EQ, Trans Canada, Tori Coker, everybody, man. Futon Bets, good to see him here. He said UConn, Miami, South Carolina, all first half parlay. Love to see that, my dude. Go get that cash right here. Jimmy Gomez in the chat early, man. Good to see you, Jimmy. Got to get you up here sometime rocking with us. Stacks play of the day. Justin, I thought it just says Stacks. That doesn't say Stacks play of the day. That's a person named Stacks. But our guy Justin Stacks play of the day is right under that too. He said Stacks play of the day is Utah Valley plus 5.5. Let's get it, Justin. Shout out to everybody, man. Let's get some more people in here. Get the likes up. Get everything rolling. Get your bets in. Everybody in the chat, let us know what you bet. C-Mac and me will hit our bets for the rest of the day too. I've got 5 bets so far today, which for me that's a lot of pregame action. So I'll cover all that.
Real quick, anything at this time? Did you move on the Miami game?
I didn't, and I that's one of those games. I tell you what, I know all cappers like to say, "Oh, my leans are hot," but goddamn, C-Mac, my leans keep hitting, and I keep not betting them. And Miami was a lean for me, and I'm not betting it. So take it for what it's worth.
It's crept out too. It kind of missed it last night. You know, I mean, isn't it out to like 4.5 now? Shout out to you guys, Perky, my dude, Vipe. What's going on? Everyone in here said, how you doing? Tori Coker, Marcus McCarthy. UConn's won 9 in a row. St. John's has lost 4 or 5. I don't know in case I messed that up. There, Nasty Nate, guy, Nasty Nate. Can't wait to kick it with Nate. Pubapalooza. Get to San Antonio. Pubapalooza, March 22nd. Nutflush, Talk Sports with JT, Dana Delt, my dude. EQ, Trans Canada. There he is. Always coming in, dropping in. Shout out to all you guys. Yeah, so I didn't move either. I thought it was the look last night. It's crept out to 4. I think the numbers there, I think they play a lot better at home offensively. I haven't been able to really trust them on the defensive side of the ball, really, Cab, this Miami team. Even though they can shoot well, they can make some free throws, which I always like that to cover a number. It seems like a good spot. So
we were talking about that last night. It's so weird with Miami. Their defensive numbers, like if you just look on paper, they don't. I wonder if maybe if they fluffed them against some shitty teams or something because they don't look that bad. But when I watch Miami play, I'm just like, where the fuck is the defense? Because it's not on the court.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's holes.
Huge holes. There's times they've got quick hands. They're good getting in the passing lanes, and there's times when they can force some turnovers and stuff. But when they're not forcing turnovers, their defense gets scary. Not good.
Yeah, we'll see what they do here.
Huge fucking basketball games today. Everybody in the chat. Houston.
Yeah, we're gonna go down to all the big ones. Yep.
Yeah, Iowa State taking on Baylor. Tennessee taking on Kentucky. I mean, I don't think it gets much bigger than today. So let us know in the chat if you've bet any of these big games, or if you're trying to find some money in the smaller spots. You know how I roll, C-Mac. I'm loaded up. I'm ready to rock. Only big game I didn't bet was Duke and North Carolina, and I like Duke in that one, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, you got to be pumped for all these big fucking games. You got to be a Christmas Day for you here.
This is what I do, baby. This is what I do. I like these matchups here. I like these matchups. And I need a bounce back. Last Saturday was one of the worst Saturdays I've ever had gambling. It's been a decent week, but last Saturday was shit. So I'm ready to bounce back.
Definitely. There's our guy Billy Briz. Jump on here, man. Whenever you're up and rolling. Morgan Spooner, good to see you. There's our guy Justin. I like Texas A&M 2. This is stretch to 3, though, Cav. I talk about their struggles. What?
Did you see Radford got arrested?
Yeah. I mean, he's in, though. He's bailed out. He's going to play. I mean, I don't think
he's going to play, because what I read said it wasn't sure.
Why wouldn't he play? I mean, they bailed him out right away. I mean, it was a pretty chintzy thing. I'll double check and look it up. Anyways, he's their second leading scorer, which they need him. He's got to be in, I want to play for sure. But I don't like laying points. This is a short number, but this seems just like a game. They have the way better defense, and I just have trouble, even with a short number, a team that can't make shots.
That's the whole thing.
That's but I want them. I think this it gives the game at home to get against Florida, who's riding high right now.
I can tell you, as an A&M person, not this is not the college basketball in me. This is just the fan in me. When it's a must-have game at home for A&M, their fans show up. The players usually show up. The place is usually rocking. I mean, it kind of reminds me of when they played Kentucky early on. This is another must-win spot for them. But really, I just worry that A&M's almost to the point where it doesn't matter what they win here. Like they got to turn it on now.
Oh yeah, they got to win today.
Exactly. So, yeah, man, we already got over 100 people in here today. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see if we can keep pushing it up, man. C-Mac and I were talking yesterday about how we want to be live for some of the bigger games. I can tell you one thing: if the numbers support it, I guarantee you we'll be live for it. Right? Numbers are.
Yeah, we'll be on later. I mean, we try not to. It's always been a big thing. We don't like to really overlap with the UFC, but maybe some of these games that we'll stay on a little bit later, for the 3:30 tips, or we can go live for those and be out of here, by 5:30 Eastern, something like that. Maybe just be overlap real quick on the UFC on the prelims. But I don't know. That's something here we can discuss. Yeah, and you guys decide. Just keep rolling in and support Puff Sports Radio. And all we say, hit the goddamn like button. That's the least and only thing you got to do. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, man. Sharon rolling in. Ramon Scott in the chat. Good to see you. He said he could not sleep waiting for this card. Actually, it just took me so damn long to look at every game. Dude, Ramon, I tell you what, man. On days like today, I hate it. I wake up at like 4 o'clock. And then I try and go back to sleep, and I wake up at like 5 o'clock. And then I just sit there like acting like I'm going to try and go back to sleep again. And I'm like, it ain't going to happen, Cab. Get up and start looking at basketball. Just get your ass out of bed and start looking at basketball. So that's what I usually do.
Yep. This is no sleep right now this time of year. That's for sure.
Yeah, we'll save that shit for wait, hold on. January, February, March, April. We'll save it for April. We'll save sleep for April. I couldn't figure out what month was after March. My calendar only goes to March.
Man, good save. Straight stoner right here.
Hey, I forget what I need to forget, though. That's the best part about it.
Hell yeah. Justin likes Western Michigan. Shout out to Kevin Lee. What's up? Wine time. Dude, it's good to see you up in here. Joey Skinner. What's going on? Shout out to all you guys. Become a member if you haven't. Puff Sports Radio. Come support us. If you become a gold member too, it's $9.99. You got a chance to win $50. Didn't Justin? You just won $50 too. I think was it last week? So
Justin.
It's already paid for him. $50 cash right away in the horse race. Is this game going here?
He won the poker tournament last night, didn't he?
No, he got second though. Stimmy OG, our guy Stimmy.
Oh, there we go. Another great chat.
Yeah, so
both of them.
Yeah, both guys regulars in the chat. So shout out to both those guys, first and second in the poker tourney.
One of one, Benny said he can't wait for MLB. I'm there, man. I'm there. I'm ready to run it back. I need to have another good season here this year. MLB is it's a fun thing to bet.
Well, I can't wait for it. It's just then it comes the dog days of it where I itch. I always love it when it comes.
The middle of summer is like such an ass beating, bro. I'm telling you, it's like, don't get me wrong. I love having the MLB to bet on every day, but like not waking up on Saturday excited about this like beautiful card of college basketball or college football. Like, I don't know. It's always a kick in the nuts. And then after you do it for like 4 or 5 weeks in a row, you're like, damn, is this shit ever going to end?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Dog days. Yeah. But hey, we're a ways from that. We got this shit in the next couple of months. Should be good. Super Bowl next week. So always a great time.
Man, Parlay Angel in the chat, man. Seeing everybody roll in. Julian, good to see you, man. I'm trying to read.
Yeah, Brent Cook, Caravan's out. So not Klingon, the big man. So Klingon looked like he might play more minutes with Caravan out. His rebounds were only 7.5, which were about right for him only playing 15 minutes. But with Caravan out, he's not a 7-footer, but he's 6'8", 6'9", basically their power forward, 15 points a game. Maybe Kling, as long as he doesn't get in foul trouble, look to his rebounds. I don't know if they've changed that with Caravan out. That'd be a good play to.
Yeah, they have to have changed it though, right?
Yeah, they probably had to change it here. I'm looking at the boards. No, it's still 7.5 for Klingon.
Ooh,
I think that's worth it.
Right
worth the play.
Yeah, Klingon over 7.5. I think that might be the bet right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw Andy on it at least.
Fuck it. I might throw
150.
Let me pull this thing up real quick. Man, I think I'm gonna bet it too. Give me a second. What was the juice on it?
115.
Hang on. Here we go. 1 second, chat. Sorry, this is loading. And these bets are important. I got like 1 minute to get it in.
Yeah, it hasn't tipped here.
Ooh, I can get 112.
Nice.
All right. I'm gonna throw a little on that too. There we go. Over 7.
Yeah, limited minutes, but he's got to play more with no Caravan, I think. I mean, he's
he's got limited minutes, but I also think that when you bring people back, their minutes are also based on how much the team is in the game, right?
Yes, he probably was going to play more anyways with Caravan in, but now with him out, that's one less guy. And a team that's not that deep. You talk about Kansas last night, Kat. This team, they play just 6-7 guys, and the 5 play over 35 minutes a game. We mentioned the other,
Today's
Spencer,
one of those days.
Castle.
Kansas, Houston. We're definitely going to hit that game here in a little bit, chat. We're about to tip. And before tip, I want to get our guy up here. He's backstage now with us. He's been here pretty much every Saturday recently. So you know him as Billy the Kid, our guy right here. What up, Billy?
Hey, we took the fucking plunge. I talked about it all week. They asked me, what are the future bets for college basketball season? I said, man, it doesn't feel as good as when I first placed it, but I got a future here on St. John's to win the Big East. So this is the game here. Like, if I lose this game.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I got the St. John's to win the Big East. This is the fucking game. And put your money where your fucking mouth is. And I think that the first game was bullshit. Like, I remember watching the first game, did not have a bet on the first game. And at the end of the game, there was some foul fuckery bullshit at the end where the ref ended up calling like some bullshit call. UConn ended up getting extra free throws at the end. I don't think the same exact thing is going to happen here. Fucking Caravan's absence tonight is going to help out Yoel Soriano down low. He's going to fucking smash this one. We're on his over 8.5 rebounds at -135. We're on St. John's money line. Money line. Keep the fucking points, bookie. We're seeing right through your bullshit. It's Big Saturday. This is the biggest Saturday of the fucking year. And the dogs are barking. And we're about to get one through the window here, man. This is a sketchy game. This is not a game that you put all your fucking bankroll on. This is a game that you get fired up. You fade the public here. Fuck out of here with this UConn shit.
So I didn't want to leave in the middle of your breakdown. I got to blow my nose really quick. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah.
That's not my best bet today, though. Not by a while.
This game just popped off. St. John's with the quick 3. Wine yeah. St. John's, sharps are on it. That's the only play I would be on in this game. Cab, though, first half, as he does, he likes UConn here early. I think he got it -1. I like the Soriano play, Billy. I think he's got to be big today. He's got to. So
this is it. Like, you want to be a 5th-year senior. This is a 5th-year senior game.
Yeah, definitely.
Be a boy among the men. There's a lot of good games on the card today, man. I ended up sinking my teeth into some degenerate spots. One of my favorite spots today, before I forget about talking about this, Indiana State against Drake. Indiana State's lost one game in conference, and that one game in conference was at Drake. Now they're back at home. Whoever basically, if Indiana State is able to secure the win in this game, they're going to win the Missouri Valley regular season tournament. That basically secures them for a tournament bid this year. So they got to beat Drake today. It's 5.5. Not too many points. Check their social media page. They have fucking kids camping out for an Indiana State game. That's ridiculous. I want my money on that team. Go Sycamores.
Yeah, big game. There should be plenty of points scored in there one as well.
Don't blame me, Morgan Spooner. The game could come down to the buzzer, but Indiana State's a really good fucking basketball team. They're about to bounce back and smack up on that ass of Drake.
I'm going to pay attention to this Miami game also, like with the side eye, because if they fall behind a little bit, I might move on them live.
St. Joe's LaSalle was one that I thought was really interesting. The first time that those two teams played off, it was at St. Joe's, and St. Joe's blew them the fuck out. But now with the spread being at where it was pre-flop, it's basically telling you that game is going to be like damn near fucking overtime.
Yeah, it's LaSalle or nothing there.
That's what I'm saying. We might be able to get a good live line on the LaSalle if St. Joe's is able to start off high. I mean, when you talk about those Philly 5 schools, I don't think that motivation is the motivation's at the highest peak. Like the St. Joe's isn't going to come out flat. Like they're going to probably come out hot and be able to get a good live LaSalle line around halftime. I got to look at what's the score of the game. 8-8.
UConn's up 5-3 here.
You're ahead of me. Yeah, it was. God damn, you've got 5-3, and I just had a turn.
But I'm not on live. I'm on Bet Online.
I was gonna say I just got the turn over too, Dabby. I was like, damn, I must be really far behind.
I'm waiting for the game.
This game's an MSG. This does not look like MSG. Shouts to Rick Pitino for trying to make the MSG look like the St. John's Court back on the campus university, but not the same feel at all.
Bro,
Castle with the 3. Our guy clinging already a couple boards.
I was literally about to say that. We already got 2 right here, C-Max, so 2 early. If we can get 3-4 here, in the next couple minutes, I'll be happy with that start for sure. Man,
get it, big fella.
One game that I haven't, I don't think's getting much attention that I'm kind of interested in is the Oregon UCLA game tonight, man. As much as I like to hate Oregon, they're a pretty fucking good basketball team. I'm just going to say it.
It's a UCLA spot, though. That's what kind of makes it like you don't want to bet on Oregon.
This is one of those things, well, though, if UCLA wins this game, like, I don't know, man. They'll completely have turned it around. What is UCLA's conference record? Does anybody know that?
What do you mean? They completely turned it. They completely turned it around like 3 weeks ago when they've got like 5 in a row. I'm just saying. They're still like 8-10 on the season, so I wouldn't call it completely all yet. If UCLA looks a lot better than what they were the biggest fade of fade teams. I remember Utah Utes was like one of my biggest bets this year against UCLA, and then after that game, they've been. If I'm not to be mistaken, I think that they've rolled off 5 straight ATS and they dropped the last one against Oregon State ATS, and that was only because they're 10.5-point favorites.
Yo, I got distracted there, Billy, because I love the compliment, but I was so confused. Our guy Nunya said literally the best 4 cappers in the game on one stream, and I swear when I read it, I looked and my dumbass was like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But then I saw he corrected himself and put 3. But I had to count.
Sharky in the chat, man. He says,
Sharky.
Oh, Sharky. What do you got for NBA today, man? Are you going with any this degeneracy of a card today for NBA? Because I usually don't bet NBA on Saturdays, but this Saturday is a little bit different.
I talked to Shark this morning before I took my plunge. I like to get in the ice bath. That shit's like I don't know what to call it, like a resurgence for me. Another bucket down low right there, 14-5. Come on, baby. We need this first half.
Little 9-0 scoring here. UConn heating up. They're kind of more getting that dunker spot shot. The put the dude on the baseline and just have him stay on the baseline. Like
drive right there.
It's really like this 9-0 run has been pass the ball around and then pass it to the baseline. Which is
Pretty
one of
much
the
what it
problems.
is. Get it downloaded thing on.
You're running that full court press, man. It's killer, that dunker spot.
Stark, my guy, he said some Knicks, in my opinion. Bro, you guys, I'm telling you right now, I've said it since I first got on here. You should do cryo. And if you can't do cryo, get you a plunge pool and take you an ice bath in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm not
wake
religious.
your ass up too.
Hey, I'm not religious, but if I was, that would be my religion. Ice. Get you close
bath. Oh, just don't leave the ice bath. Ice sounds like you're
ice bath.
like smoking
right,
ice.
Mac. You are 100% right. It didn't
just keep it. Keep it correct.
Yeah, not the same exact thing. Let's say it ice. I was like, nah, that's not the word you want to use.
Ice bath. Ice bath.
Yeah, I'm still on that Rhode Island under. Duquesne is just too slow, so that number was just too high. I mean, I bet it last night, so even though Rhode Island's an over team.
Whoops.
Your fucking stomach's killing me. I might have to go smoke some.
I tell you,
14-7.
I tell you what, I'm going to talk about it a little bit now since we're on the commercial break. I think that Kansas is going to be struggling today matching up against Houston. C-Mac and I were talking on it last night, but, Kansas doesn't have much depth. And, I think they're a good basketball team, but I don't think they're a great basketball team. And I do think Houston's a great basketball team. I think it's going to be just a nightmare matchup from hell for Kansas here in this game, even though they're at home. And I know Kansas, one of the last things you ever want to do is just go bet against Kansas at home. You're not very profitable if that's what you do. But I'm doing it. I took Houston in the first half today on the money line.
I was going to say, I would bet Houston first half, not full game.
There you go.
Yeah, don't bet them full game. Don't bet them full game.
Houston is they're a first half team for the past 2 or 3 years. I'm telling you, sure, they cover plenty of full game spreads too, but they cover the first half.
I'll give you a good stat for you, Dabby Cab. Houston has been the most profitable team in the country this year in first half betting. They are 14-3-1 ATS against a number in the first half. In reverse, Kansas has gone 7-12 ATS in the first half this season.
Man, you just made my bet feel a lot better. Do that more often instead of being on the opposite side.
I agree. I think it's Houston first half. I mean, the most profitable team in the country in the first half. I mean, fucking Dave always says, where do you find these first half stats? If you have these first half stats, like Dave, dude, they're out there in the world. It's
you just gotta look.
Information. You just gotta look for it.
Yeah.
And I'd be saying some of these teams, bro, you'll be shocked. It's kind of like NBA basketball. Like BYU's the example that I use in this. I can never bet BYU in a full game, but I'll bet them first half.
Man, our chat's rolling in here right now. Somebody said something about a meth play of the day, an ice play of the day. That sounds like something up Perky's alley right there. Where's my guy in the chat? Where's Perky at?
Hey, shouts to Brett Cook. Cashed that over last night in that Nevada San Jose State game last night. That was it was such a big blowout. We got the over. Usually, the easiest way to cash it under is by blowout. But I mean, when a team hangs up fucking 90 in college basketball, you can't ignore it. But I would definitely circle that though. Mountain West schools, at night, favorited by 10 or 12 points or more, are 6-7 to the over this season. And dating back to last year, it was something fucking crazy. Basically, long story short, if there's a Mountain West school and they're laying double-digit points, just bet the over.
We just had a big three. St. John's makes it 10-14. There's 14:20 on the clock. UConn's got the ball with 13 seconds on the shot clock here.
Looks like St. John's is going with a 2-3 matchup zone, the coveted zone where you pass the ball to the wing and you go man-to-man.
Another offensive rebound there for.
It's a fucking block, baby. Give Strong down low.
It was a good block by St. John's. Another threes up and through. 1 point basketball game. In the blink of an eye, 6 points in a row right there for St. John's. 8-0 scoring run for them in the last minute and 22 seconds.
I agree with you, Sharky. I kind of like doing that with college basketball a little bit. Sometimes if you talk to the people that are from that regional area, they have the best cap of the fucking team. So it's just like you talk to them about like the team of the area, and then you just ignore the market moves. Like Connor, if you talk to Connor about a UNLV game, he'll give you a pretty fucking accurate description of how that shit's gonna go.
Fucking Rebels, man. Piss me off.
You finally stemmed the bleeding with the basket there, 16-13, 3-point game, St. John's ball.
Bleeding. They're up by on a 9-0 run.
Yeah, but then St. John's is turned around and they're on a, what is it, 11-2 run right now? It's tie ball game, 16-16. They just hit another three. That's 3 for 3 last 3 possessions on 3 points.
I'll give them a lot of credit, man. This stadium is the best comparison to, I guess, the one at home. Like, damn, man. Like, if you watch this game and they didn't have Madison Square Garden on the side of the court, you wouldn't know what gym this is.
Yeah.
Don't. UConn's going to go to the line and take their first lead of the game here, or St. John's, or second lead of the game since the first basket, I guess I should say.
I like how they're not playing scared. Like, a lot of the times when teams play up against UConn, they get down by like 7 or 8 points, it ends up being a rout. But, I mean, this team isn't playing scared at all. A lot of older guys on this team, and they know this is a game that could definitely either boost your resume for March or maybe get you into some NBA draft boards if you can have a crazy game in MSG.
Pretty high pace up and down the court in this game. Neither team's going too deep into the shot. UConn's taking a little bit more time with their offense than St. John's. St. John's taking shots early.
They get up and down. Rick Pitino's going to get up in your face, full court press you the whole entire game.
1 for 2 on the free throw line to take the lead, 17-16. Like I said, that scoring run, St. John's is on a 12-2 scoring run in the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
That's a fucking travel. It's crazy though, Shark. Like when you're watching like college basketball versus like NBA, it's like so much more tilting. Like maybe I like the league with no defense. It's a little bit easier to cap. Like they're just gonna score a bunch of fucking points. You just gotta identify who's gonna score. College basketball, man. I mean, some of these games, I'm like throwing shit at the fucking TV. I almost lost it, CMAC, the other night. Oh my god, I bet on Memphis Live. It was Abby Cab and Dutch Show, and they're down 8. No bullshit, bro. They get a steal on a fast break. The kid does a 360 dunk and miss it, and it goes out of bounds. I've never seen that in an NBA game. I've never seen that in a fucking backyard basketball game.
So dumb.
I've never seen that in the fucking hood basketball games of somebody going down on a fast break, down by 8 with a 360 dunk and completely brick it. Like, and he was a center too, dribbling the ball down the floor and proceeded to do a 360 dunk. I'll never put my money on those Memphis pussies again. Last year we were fading them, we were making money, and like, I don't know, man. I thought they got better this year, but no, they did not. They might be worse.
Bro, I thought they got better too, but Quinterly can't stop turning the fucking ball over, bro.
I mean, Alabama got rid of his ass for a reason. Nova got rid of his ass for a reason.
When he looks good, he looks outstanding. But then, like, when he looks bad, I swear to God, it looks like he doesn't even – he just assumes where somebody's going to be and throws the ball. Like,
it's the wildest thing, bro.
They're not there like half the time.
I was watching the game, the kid's talking to fucking Petty about what play they're running, and Quirley's throwing the ball at his chest. It's just like, bro, the kid's not even looking at you. What do you mean?
He'll dribble in, and then he'll just be like, and throw it. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like,
the thing that makes me the worst about behind you. He's the number one coveted. This is what they tell you not to do in basketball. switching the side of the court when you're on the baseline. So he'll dribble
Yes,
the
he throws
ball
it across
towards
the
the
court.
baseline and he throws it across the court to the dude because he thinks he's open. And it's just like, no, his dude's just playing help defense because he's watching your dumbass drive the lane.
Yep. And he fucking sidearms it and it gets fucking intercepted every goddamn time.
Every time. To the point where like that the real dark skinned dude, I think his name is like Jones. He just starts
David
bringing
Jones
the ball
is a baller.
Yeah, he
Bro.
starts bringing the ball up.
Yeah.
Why is your power forward bringing the ball up?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. But he can ball, bro.
If he wasn't, he's a really good college player. Won't be good in the NBA.
He's just not big enough.
Yeah, Kelly McInnes. I was losing my shit, man. It's between that and Marshall this week. I've never thrown so many things at a fucking television. End up.
Bro, I know.
ODU.
Shark, I'm missing it. He asked you, C-Mac, if you're missing college football right now.
Fuck no.
Oh yeah. But this is the time of year. As soon as that ends, the bowl games, like I love college basketball too. So, but yeah, I miss college football.
You like college football more than college basketball? I feel like college basketball, the appeal is like I can watch this game and not have my whole entire day.
Whatever's making me the money, and both are
Hey.
pretty good to me. So I can't complain.
I just don't like watching college football games. It starts at 12 and the shit. I don't get the result of my ticket till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Bro, you get to watch two games. Like, I mean, you can watch multiple at the same time. I understand that, but I'm saying like time-wise, you get 2 games a day. You go from fucking noon to 4, and then from fucking 6 to 9:30. Like
it's ridiculous. So like at least a basketball game for like this St. John's game will probably be done by like 1:45, 2 o'clock.
Dude, Rick Pitino it's these coaches. Thank God they probably got great health care. I don't know how these guys don't die with heart attacks.
He looks like a
nuts
being.
Connor, how is he not dead, man? That coach.
He looks kind of dead, actually. He's like so white. Like I'm white and shit. Like he looks like a ghost screaming there in that chair.
Like a reincarnated puppet, bro. Like I don't even know how
he's fired up. Like this is the early 2000s, man. He's like fucking animated. He looks like he's about to take off the suit and jump on the court and hop up in the press. I like it though. As a player, man, that's the best. When you see your coach having more energy than like the players you're playing with, you're like, all right, maybe I should be geared up for this.
Morgan said he has the same guy as Perky.
I mean, if you're in Patino's eyes, man, you're like, I'm a better coach than any fucking coach that's coaching at fucking UConn. But I've done dumb shit in my past, and that's the reason why I'm at St. John's. But I'm gonna use my resources and talents to pull out this dub. These schools do not like each other at all whatsoever.
Bad blood in the water right here, man. 18-17. St. John's has the ball. They've had a huge run for the last few minutes. It would be fucking nice if it could turn, and then I'll win my first half bet if that's cool, and then maybe I'll join you full game. But I need to win this shit. I need them to chill the fuck out because right now they're balling.
Patino was saying, man, he was petitioning for this game to be played at St. John's University's campus, but money talks, and if you get a top 5 school in the country, you're playing that bitch in MSG.
Yeah.
How is I'll say, how is Joel Soriano, a 5th-year senior in fucking basically liberal arts? Like, what are you going to college for, bro?
Oh, what do you mean? I saw the fucking tight end for Miami. He got another year of eligibility next year. It's his 9th year.
I'm just saying, though, bro. Like,
think about what I just said, bro.
But you can get
people go to play on a college team for 9 years, bro. Aren't you supposed to be a doctor at that point?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, like, bro, can you imagine going to school for 5 years and doing liberal arts,
bro?
Those are like freshman courses.
That's what I wonder what that fucking guy at Miami's like. They're like, yeah, he still doesn't have a degree, but he's coming back for his 9th fucking year here. Like, the fuck, man.
Well, what about Doug McDaniel? When's the last time you heard somebody get suspended for academic reasons? In the year 2024.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen.
How bad were you doing really in your classes to get suspended for academic?
Bro, you gotta not. It's almost impossible, bro. Like,
you gotta be Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
There were classes that I didn't go to that I still got to see in. Like, you literally have to try to fail. Like,
especially as an athlete.
That's what I'm saying. You have to, bro. It's so hard to fail as an athlete in college.
I think it's pretty hard to fail college in general.
The best is what was it? Zion's list of classes at Duke that one year. Did you ever see that, Billy?
Yes.
That was funny as fuck.
He was like him and Ben Simmons. I remember the one year Ben Simmons played at LSU, and he literally didn't show up to class in syllabus week, and they suspended him. And he said, "Well, I didn't come to LSU to go to class. I came here to be the number 1 overall draft pick." That shit was the most savage line of all time.
Bro, I love that shit. Fucking UConn has gone cold from the field right here. They started the game 6 of 8. It says they're 1 of 6 since. Miss another 3 that's open. And what's frustrating is they're getting fucking open looks that they're missing too. Like when you're missing open looks, it's not going to be a good day.
Well,
St. John's has got to get Soriano going. He's on zilch.
That's what I'm saying.
A rebound there for us, C-Mac.
Soriano hasn't gotten going.
We need it.
Good fucking drive. All right. 20-19. This thing's going back and forth and back and forth. There's 9 minutes, 14 on the clock. UConn has a 1-point lead. St. John's got the ball. I'll be honest. I mean, Billy said it early. St. John's is not playing scared. They're moving up and down the court. They're playing good defense without fouling. They don't have very many team fouls. I don't know how many, but I think it's only like 2. I could look 1 second. But 2 team fouls. They're playing aggressive without fouling. It's a good game. I guess the total is something that I don't do a good job of checking here. Let me know in the chat how you guys feel about the live line here. Also, let me know if you got any live lines in the other games. I get so locked into the one that I'm watching, I forget to cover some of the other ones. So let me pull up these scores real quick.
Watching this live, though, man, this game feels like an under. Like the way it's gone, like a game of runs. When one team's running, the other team's breaking.
Yeah, like only one team scoring at a time.
St. John's had some, I would say, live ball turnovers that have really it's the reason why it's 20-19. They had a couple live ball turnovers.
Virginia Tech trails Miami right now with 7:42. They're down 21-23. Penn State's losing to Indiana 21-28. And then Arkansas is getting smacked already by LSU 14-32. Arkansas is a bad basketball team. They're not going to figure it out. They suck.
Perky, when I was in college, we used to have this is when I went to Rowan, not fucking Holy Family because they kicked me out for gambling. But when I went to Rowan 4 or 5 years ago, we would have the first 30 minutes of our class would be gambling talk because my teacher was he owned some sports shop at Wells Fargo, and we would have basically gambling conversations about the card for like 30 minutes to start off each class, and the girls would just be pissed sitting there, but the guys would just be going, and that's how we would start off our class. He probably took our bets.
That'd be funny as fuck. 5 seconds on the shot clock here.
You'd be surprised, bro. A lot of college teachers gamble. It's
not
not
like
high school.
From behind the line, you stupid fuck. Bro, you got to be kidding with that. What a dumb fucking foul, man.
In a weird way, man, it feels like they're trying to make up for that first game because I was telling you about that first game. At the end of the game, UConn got some bullshit calls at the end of the game, and that's how they won the game. And it feels like the whistle's gone the other way in this one.
The whistle might have, but I mean, I wish they'd show that again. I'm pretty sure I saw him touch.
I didn't think he got fouled.
I mean, I don't know if it was enough to call it, but you can't even fucking touch somebody when they're shooting a 3. Like, don't fucking do it. Like, what a bad fucking foul, man. Unbelievable.
Man.
Ramon Scott says Connor probably took the principles of sports betting wagering at the class of UNLV. Nah, Connor, you learned that right off the streets.
Yeah. The streets.
Vegas. Stories about you telling about how you guys used to have to do the running to put the tickets in. That's like young. I was so savage. That was a great story.
Yeah. But they have that more now, Ramon, at UNLV. You know, because gambling in these last 5 years, you know, it should be everywhere. Hopefully, Texas, these last few states, it'll be across the board.
Texas, oh my goodness. Can you imagine sitting in Southtown playing on FanDuel? People would be going fucking broke.
Yeah.
Like, when you have the access to just like play whatever you want, I mean, man, it makes you got to be a lot more disciplined, I will say. Like, they'll allow you to parlay up props with fucking money lines in any sport. It's just ridiculous, man.
Good board there. Oh, picked off.
What a dumbass pass, though.
Blocked. Wow. Back and forth here.
These boys are playing with heart. Like, if St. John's loses this game, it will not be from a lack of effort.
Back to School, Rodney Dangerfield. It's a great movie.
Perky said he's looking to hedge.
Nikki Edge.
Oh, wait. What's the next lane? What were we at the 1 o'clock slate window?
Yeah, in 20 minutes.
Man, my favorite game today. I can't not bet on San Diego State against Utah State. I got burnt last week here on this show. We were talking about Boise State beating Utah State at home. I got burnt on the money line there, and we're going right back for prowess here. I know San Diego State not the best shooting team, and their shooting numbers, if you look at KenPom, it looks like the game should be closer. But I like San Diego State here. They need a quad one win to really put themselves back in the top of this conference. This conference got a lot deeper over this past season. I mean, if you look at their losses are to KenPom's ranked number 20 team, New Mexico, number 51 team, Boise State, number 37, Colorado State, and they were all on the road. Now they're back at home playing Utah State. I think Utah State, while they're a lot better than I thought they were going to be, they're still giving me fraud vibes. I like San Diego State. I think they win and they cover.
Oh, yeah.
Leroy, what's up? I like TCU. I didn't want to lay the 5.5 with them.
Somebody asked favorite.
I do like them.
For Miami right now.
Taking Molly McCann by submission tonight. It's plus 600.
Miami's down.
Yeah, I like it. 4.5 actually. Texas love here.
Man, if I'm gonna bet Miami, now's probably the time. C-Mac, they're down by 5 right now.
Bet it. I mean, I don't have any eyes on it.
That's what I hate, bro. I hate that I'm not watching it. Anybody in the chat watching the Miami v Virginia Tech game? Let me know what you're looking at here. Thinking about taking Miami live because I liked them pregame, but I just didn't want that number really. But right now they're down by 5, still the first half, and I can get money line at a good price.
George Mason is up 8 on UMass at UMass. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. I had to update that one because that was I would say that's the biggest shock on the board right now. It's George Mason up by 8 on the road.
Anybody in the chat having a drink with us yet? If you're having a drink, let us know what you're sipping on. I got this white cherry gelato going in the plane. I need it right now. What is that, Billy? Apple juice?
No.
It's his wine.
You drinking wine right now?
It's Franzia.
My
Out the
beer.
box.
It's my beer, the champagne, the beers.
This is Miller High Life.
It's really some Arizona green tea.
Yeah.
But it looks like beer on the stream, so keep on buying it. Tastes good.
I could tell it wasn't beer. That's why I said, is that apple juice? I was like,
yeah, it would have more foam. It would have more foam at the top. If I drank a beer, man, I actually, what I really need to do is go outside and go smoke, man. I haven't smoked all day. Woke up and was grinding out some last
hurry
minute.
the fuck up, and I'll wait to spark this one up.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Where was it? No, wait, there's one more game.
Smoke sesh. Anybody in the chat that wants to join us, you got a few minutes.
Connor, I know you're an SEC guy. What were your thoughts on South Carolina, Georgia, man? Georgia cost me a lot of fucking money last week, and South Carolina in reverse. It's like two teams that have cost me money. One, because I bet on Georgia last week and they lost. I lost like a unit there. And South Carolina beating Tennessee. Is this like a letdown spot?
I think it is if you have to play it. It's Georgia. You know, one thing, it's just happened to me. We almost lost that Tennessee game. And I was going through it. Maybe take them first half because they've melted for me. I mean, the meltdown in the second half. And there was one guy in the chat. And he was like, man, that's my team. I fucking told you Georgia was going to fucking forget who it was. And but then they were down when they've been on the road, like they were down at Florida. They came roaring back. You know, if you guys had it last week when they were down by 20, came back, went to OT, cover that number. But I think it's a little bit let down. Both teams played better all year. But I think you go early with them if you like it.
It's crazy. My the thing that I'm looking at here has the over under at 65 and a half juice towards the under. Like, damn, this is about to be a low scoring ass game. 65 and a half. That's a fucking high school basketball first half total.
It almost looks like UConn is scared to take the three right now. They're trying to force everything inside despite what's open and not. That's not what I would like to see for this last 7 minutes.
Well, at this point of the game, though, Dab, if you have 5 team fouls and the other team has 2, you have to drive the lane to kind of somewhat even up the foul calls because you don't want to be at the last 3 minutes of the first half and the other team's in a double bonus and you guys are not even close to getting towards a bonus.
Right.
That's why you see a lot of pick and rolls right now with the pick man just rolling right to the basket.
What was that shot, man? Travel. Bro, his feet clearly slid. We all just watched it. What's going on
He was
here?
still dribbling the basketball.
No, he didn't dribble till after his feet slid.
Harlem Goldtraber shit.
No, you stop because you know that. He caught it and slid and then dribbled.
He was dribbling the whole entire time. That was some.
No, he didn't dribble until after his feet slid. Anybody who's watching this game can tell you that. Rewind it if you can rewind.
Can I rewind this on this screen? Donovan Killingham, 2 fouls. He's going subbing off on the bench, baby.
Shut the fuck up, Billy. Don't talk like that ever.
Yeah, we're both on his fucking rebound.
We at least got the 4. I wanted 5.
He's got 4 rebounds.
See, man, we got 4, and he's playing like, you know, they're obviously going to extend his minutes because he's been in, like, he's only coming out because of fouls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll sub back in next TV time.
I don't know if they'll play him with 2 fouls if it's close.
I mean, you're going to have to. The way St. John has been getting these offensive rebounds.
Yeah, this first half is only
Soriano
down by 3.
with the board.
Finally.
No, right? Finally.
He's got a no-show today, dude. No-show Soriano.
Hey, everybody else is stepping up, though. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
It's usually the Soriano show, and everybody else decides if they want to play or not. And I love it, man. Their fucking guards are boxing out. Shortest kid on the court, and he's fucking boxing out like he's 7 foot. I love to see it.
UConn is getting bitch slapped right now. They're only down 5, but they're taking horrible shots. St. John's looks comfortable. It's a 22-8 scoring run the last 9 minutes.
LaSalle's looking good here early. There's not one. Someone just asked me, King out. I got Charleston Southern, though, in an hour, +6. Longwood, the wood is not long right now. This team is dog shit. They should be laying points on the road. Charleston Southern playing a lot better basketball. Give me the 6 with them. I think they win outright. Take the 6.
Charleston Southern has been kind of nice on this last
lately. I mean, they've lost some close games. I think they're at home. I think they can. These are games like I take upstate that are +6 or 7. Everyone's, you know, a team like Longwood. They just don't get it done on the road.
I don't know. Charleston Southern, man, they showed me a little something in that game. I think it was this week. They played Radford. Yeah, Radford at Radford. Usually, I feel like they're winning these games because they're going over. But no, they locked up at Radford, which is a really good home court for Radford, and they won that game 63-60 by 3 points outright as a +10 dog. Like this, the market has not caught up to how good Charleston's been playing.
No, and these are the teams I want to get on in these conferences, in conference play this time of year, and make my money. And I'll keep doing it.
And it's a flip-flop spot, flip-flop conference spot. These two teams played January the 6th. Longwood won 77-56 at Longwood. They cover as a 15.5-point favorite. So, yeah, I don't blame you, Connor. I might tell you on that.
We're seeing it. Look at LaSalle's already up here early. The beatdown happened the other day with Belmont. Forget who they lost by, what, 30?
Belmont was out here. I should have put money on. They're like +9. And I was like,
+9.
I made it last Saturday with them.
And Billy, look at Longwood. Since that win, they've dropped 6 of 7. And the one win was Presbyterian by 10, the Blue Hose. That hose sucked this year, too. Just getting their ass whipped, especially on the road.
Not only are they losing these games, Connor, they're not coming anywhere close to covering.
Yeah, I got to take good old Chuck Southern.
Oh,
Any thoughts on it?
What is that, man?
Or would it be a Charleston Southern over, not a full game over?
Yeah, I'm not going to fuck with the total.
One of the sneaky things I like doing is betting dogs team total overs because they always get set so fucking low.
Newton has airballed 4 fucking free throws this game, or 4 fucking layups this game. The fuck is he doing, man?
He's nervous, man. He's an MSG. This is bright lights.
How the fuck do you airball a fucking layup? At least hit the goddamn backboard. Like the fuck.
This isn't the middle of fucking Hartford, Connecticut, where nobody's at the fucking gym besides if you live in Connecticut.
God damn. Good fucking court push right there by UConn off of a defensive board. 26-27. St. John has a 1-point lead. 4:20 on the clock here in this first half.
We'll say though,
for them, like I said, and you were touching on it. UConn's already at 6, so St. John's.
Like UConn's been able to like push the pace though. Of recent, they've been kind of getting a little bit more comfortable since that last TV timeout with pushing the pace. Or maybe
I feel like St. John's has tried slowing it down, which is, a mistake. Easy layup for St. John's right there, though.
Well, they're slowing it down because they keep on getting these backdoor layups off of half-court offense.
Right.
That like when the kid fucking traveled, but he didn't travel. Like that was a hell of a pass.
Spencer just hit a 3 to tie it up. 29-29. 3 minutes and 39 seconds. I fucking hate it when it comes down like this, man. When I'm here live, it's every fucking time too. C-Mac, have you noticed? Every goddamn time, like just smack my ass or give me an easy win. Like don't do this.
Wow, bad foul there, kid.
Since they only have 2 team fouls, it's not going to hurt them too bad though.
Yeah, but still though, you don't want your guard to pick up a foul 94 feet away from the basket on defense. If you're gonna get a foul, at least get a foul with it being like 20 feet from the basket and you went for a steal and you're over aggressive, not 94 feet away from the basket with no shot of getting the steal at all whatsoever.
I don't even know why I fucking smoke when I'm stressing these bets out because this is just like
Anthony Woodbury. What's that supposed to mean? Whoever bet St. John's is the reason why Vegas is still in business. What's that supposed to mean?
Every time, Andrew.
I feel like people are betting UConn. I ain't seen nobody on St. John's like at all.
They better not fuck this Bob Marley movie up. I don't see how it's not rated R. Like I'm already skeptical of it. How the fuck are you gonna make a Bob Marley movie rated PG-13? Like, come on, bro.
I would agree with you, Big Scott, but man, the first 2.5, 3 minutes that Connecticut was playing, bro, they did not miss a jump shot. My TV's loud.
No, you did, Cab.
What you say?
I actually wanted to look at Duke. And he's asking how to play the game. Michael, you played it though.
I haven't played it yet. You know what I'd do though? I'd take.
Oh, I thought you did.
I haven't yet. I told you last night I was thinking I was going to, but I'd take Duke in the first half. Speaking of,
I hate they're off the loss. I hate North Carolina's off that shitty loss. I mean, they were just won 10 in a row before that. Like if they were off a big win against Georgia Tech, an easy win, it's just I don't know.
That was ringing through my head too as I was thinking about it. Like every time I think about that game, I hear you in the back of my head saying, "I hate that they're off that loss." You know, we said it that the rivalry might outplay that, but you're right, man. I mean, North Carolina's got to come out. They're both going to come out gunning, but damn, I hate they're off that loss. I agree with that. I think that's the only reason I haven't bet it. Virginia Tech is up 35-26 on Miami at halftime. I mean, now I could even get a better line. I hate that I'm not watching it.
What's the line? What's the score?
35-26 Virginia Tech leads. So
a lot of those big games on the slate today, I kind of like the under. Like Tennessee, Kentucky, that was a fat total. I thought Duke and UNC was a pretty high total. I feel like
that's too high. I think that's under or not. I mean, they're going off the past unless they're just going to be playing like that. But they played a different both teams this year, especially the last couple of months.
I thought both of those games were like way too high. Both of them at 159.5, man. These rival games, man, these kids end up locking up. It's going to be like 35-32 halftime scores.
So I'm not going to disagree about RJ Davis being the best player on the court. I mean, depending on what you're looking for, obviously, you could argue Filipowski. But what I'll say is Jeremy Roach is a damn good guard when he plays right, and he's been playing right lately. That's all I'd say.
Flipikowski versus Baycock, that's going to be a hell of a matchup because I feel like Flip is way more skilled, but Baycock is just that brute strength, way too old to be playing college basketball.
What's the box score? I want to look at Miami here.
You were right, Kevin Lee. Good call on that. I've got so many things going on. I can give you the live line is 5.5 for Miami. And then the second half line is 2.5. I'm showing 2.5. That can't be right. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. If they're down 9.
At least you all got the points, bro. I'm out here sweating this fucking money line. And I bet the plus 155 on the money line.
For who?
I have St. John's money. I was talking about
know, but you're
talking about the points. I got the full game money line. I need an outright win. I need a court storm.
That's a good shot.
Court storm at MSG here, even with all the UConn fans.
Yeah, but you need me to get this first half, and then you can have whatever the fuck you want. Honestly,
Take the first half by 4. That'd be beautiful.
Hell yeah, 4 to 8 points. Because anytime it's within 4 to 8 points, you know the other team's coming back in the second half.
8 points might be a little bit too far for St. John's to be. You don't want St. John's to be down by.
They call a foul on that too. Was the
foul was on the ground
on the court, right? That's what I was trying to see. But they're going to the line because that's 7 or 8, right?
Yeah, I think that's their 17th foul, 1-1.
Well, then why do they got the fucking score tied? It looks like they're giving him the and one on that. There's no fucking way.
I mean, we are in MSG. You might get a couple of those continuations.
Bro, if he's shooting, what the fuck is going on, man?
I thought that was on the floor because he took like 3 steps after.
Bro, he hit him up top at the fucking 3-point line. There's no way that they gave him the fucking bucket on that.
I mean, it is Rick Pitino in MSG. They might let it slide. I mean, Rick Pitino's known to everybody, bro. He's probably played.
I don't think you guys understand. Like when we talk about like mob shit, bro. Like Rick
Pitino's probably coached more at MSG than some of those players on the actual Knicks team have actually played games for the Knicks this year in MSG.
There's no, bro. You either just give him the basket or you don't give him the foul on that. But there's no way you call the foul up top and give a fucking bucket on that. There's no way. It was a foul. It just wasn't on the shot.
Well, regardless, it was going to be a 1-1.
Yeah, he would have made them both, but instead he got 3 points out of it. This shit, Billy. And of course, C-Mac had to go grab something or do something real quick. I hate sitting here when it comes down to like the shot or the last like fucking minute.
I don't blame you, man. I had to leave on the Iowa game yesterday. I was just too much. Sometimes I feel like when we're on the streams, I actually really do have to mute it and put the volume up because some of the times, like watching this game on mute, you have no idea what the fuck the fouls are going to be called or like what technical fouls are going on or what's the like. And second half, that really does count a lot.
Bro, I had the game on mute last weekend. I'm scared to even talk about it, what happened, but I had that Kansas game, and I was on Kansas first half +3, and they were up by 1 with 30 seconds left. So there's no way I don't cash, right? Fucking flagrant foul and technical foul back to back.
That happened to me with Baylor a couple weeks ago, man. I was like, wow. I think like Jacoby Walter got a steal. He dunked it, flexed his fucking muscles at the guy, and they called him a tech. And then the coach got mad, and he also got a tech. So now they're shooting 4 free throws at the line, tie the game up, take the lead. It was ridiculous. It was like a 6 to 8 point swing in like 10 seconds. It was absurd.
Oh, he hit it. Fuck me, man. I don't minute. Fuck. God damn, Billy. Fuck me, man. That was a 3 for UConn right there. 36-34, minute 8 on the clock. St. John's been getting easy looks since Klingons been out, though. Just like easy looks in the paint.
Shouts to my guy, Nut Flush Allen. He said, Billy hit one of my secrets. Dogs team totals is an ATM. Hell yeah. Especially when we get into like.
They're calling fouls just to fucking call him. I swear to God, man. Just because he fell doesn't mean you have to fucking call a foul.
Anthony Woodbury says,
man, it's fucking awful, dude.
Anthony, man, if you're going to take Houston, take it first half, man. Me and Dabby Cab were talking about some of the ATS trends this year for Houston. They're the top first half covering team in the NCAA this year.
No, he's on the free throw line, Perky. He already hit the first one. 36-35. 56 seconds left.
I know Gilbert Garbinia's juice not to destroy him. I just don't think Gilbert Urbina is good, to be honest with you. Like, I think he's better. Like, if it was like a video game, not flush, yeah, I will give you that. Gilbert Urbina would have a higher overall than Charles Radke. But the thing that Charles Radke does really good is cage push people up against the cage, bring them down to the ground, and kind of just win minutes. So I was kind of leaning dog or pass, but I also think that if that line was a pick 'em, yeah, I'd probably be betting on Gilbert Urbina. That line opened up at like -130, I think it was, or 140, and it's gone up to -200. So the line movement in the market will tell you that the Gilbert Urbina is the side. And we're also in the UFC Apex. Gilbert Urbina was on the Ultimate Fighter
what
season.
in the fuck, Newton? The fuck, man?
Just keeping stocks. Stack, do you like Binghamton? Don't bet Binghamton. Don't bet those motherfuckers. Those, I can make that basketball team. That's how I measure a basketball team in college. If I can make the basketball team, I shouldn't be betting on that team.
Well, I lost my bet.
I would take a full game then. Try to double up.
Usually I would, but I don't know if I want to.
I can't say Binghamton. What is it? Binghamton? I can't say it correctly. I definitely am jacking the fuck out of that name. I will agree with you on that. There's actually a 1:00 game. I was supposed to go to the game, but there was too much shit going on today for me to be sitting at a fucking HBCU Classic game. I know it's Black History Month and all that, but to sit in the procedural center to watch these games, I wasn't on my Saturday bingo card of things to do. But Grambling versus Jackson State, TNT game. It's going to be on national television, but slam the fucking under. (37-36) halftime. We're not dead yet.
I took Miami +5.5.
Did you take it second half spread, or did you just take it?
No, I took the 5.5. Definitely.
Where's that game at?
But it's basically the same.
What? It's basically it grades out the same with the second half
Yeah.
spread, game spread.
Should be. And if you miss them now, I mean, you might miss it by like a point or half a point, you know?
Yeah, I wish
I just moved on to 5.5 when I saw it.
I ended up I had them -5, but at halftime I was like, damn, they're basically giving me my hedge opportunity right now. And I didn't take it, and they end up doing the bullshit at the end where they're trying to win the game, actually win the game. They don't give a fuck about the spread, and they're fouling, so they can't shoot the three. That's how we lost. I hate that gave me a good realization though that we're in that time of the season though where like up with leads they're gonna start fouling.
LaSalle 6-point lead, 44 first half.
Fat total, 168.5, and they ain't done. The one that kind of shocks me, though, Connor, is this LSU-Arkansas game. I mean, LSU up by 15 against Arkansas. Sheesh. Just when you thought they got their shit together.
I mean, they suck. And what's going on? I mean, there's a made-up love triangle with fucking 2 guys on the team. Like, I mean, what the fuck, dude? That's fucking wild, dude.
It's getting worse. Yeah. Did you have a feel in that Rhode Island and I can't say the other school's name?
Yeah, the under. I took the under.
The land down under. I think I'm just gonna have to sit here. I kind of want to make live moves, but I'm really just gonna have to sit here and just sweat this, man. And hope for the best here, because
yeah, look it up. I guess it ended up being made up that these guys on the team. I don't know. Look it up. It was wild.
It reminded me of UNC last year when
yeah.
RJ Davis.
Yeah, but they were fighting his girlfriend. They were having sex. Like they were lovers, the guys on the team. A little different.
Women's basketball all the time, I hear. Like women's college basketball.
Women's different. Yeah. Shit. I like Tennessee. Not today. Kentucky just doesn't play defense. But, man, they can get up and down. I like Kentucky. What'd you like there, Billy?
I like the under, man. That game is – when everybody thinks of Kentucky, they think that they're an over team, over. Bro, I haven't seen a fucking Tennessee total that's been higher than 140 in like a month since their non-conference games.
Yeah.
It was an under. If you look at their head-to-heads scores from years past, they're going straight under. This is going to be a tight-ass game. It's going to be a game where Kentucky's going to have to score in the half court for that game to go over. I think Tennessee's going to want to take the air out the ball. Kentucky's going to want to push. I think that shit's a dead under.
You know what? That seems like a game, that's just going to be in the high 60s, maybe the low 70s. Or they just get up and down, but I like it, but I'm not taking it.
Kentucky plus money at home. I feel like they're telling you that Tennessee's about to win this game outright. And if they win this game outright, it's a dead fucking under.
But this opened with them like 1.5, and it's come down to
on the money line at plus 110, and it's now minus 115 so it's moved.
Yeah.
I kind of want to bet this second half, but I'll just root for Billy. Usually I don't.
I would bet the second half. If I lost the first half, I would bet the second half.
Well, that's what I do most of the time. But I have this prop. I took it with CMAC before the game, and I'll still lose a little bit of money. Not a bunch, though. If this prop hits, which I think it will, you can just look forward to the rest of the slate for the day. You know what I mean?
If I were you, though, I would actually take a gander look at – I felt like UConn let a couple of buckets go there at the light end of
they threw the ball away like 3 times at the very end of the half. And
their second half team totals only 39.5, and it's at minus 125. I definitely think that they put up 40 points in the second half. That it felt like Gabby Gab. I mean, 4 points. They definitely could have scored more than 4 more points. I think the second half team total over for Connecticut would be the move.
I think bro. To be honest, man. I think
Let's get it, Christian.
I'd rather take fucking Miami with C-Mac.
What you Yankees know about Kentucky? Don't get me started.
You got 5.5 C-Mac
this year.
It's moved. Some places, 4.5.
Number one scorer in South Jersey history is at Kentucky, baby.
Look around.
And he bought his fucking teammate. Tell me I'm not a Kentucky fan.
Lance said sports are rigged. I try just not to think about it, man, because it's like I'm gonna gamble on it fucking either way. So
sports are rigged. You just have to be on the rig side. I'll tell you right now, being on the rig side feels really fucking good. But when you're not on the rig side, you're like, what the fuck?
Some of those, I'm not. I wouldn't even blame that first half on officiating because like UConn threw the ball away fucking 4 times there at the end of the half. Just terrible. They didn't even get it. They had fucking 24 seconds on the clock and didn't get a shot off before half. Like, how do you even do that? And
I agree.
Just terrible. Now that I've said that, those 2 calls, just 2 of them. The fact that they counted the bucket on that foul up top. I mean, he was literally behind.
Yeah.
He was beyond the arc, bro. He was literally at the 3-point line when he fouled him. Like, bro, come on. And then fucking, I know you said he was dribbling, but that travel, bro, he caught it and was sliding and then he dribbled. I know you saw the dribble, but I'm telling you, when he slid, he hadn't dribbled yet. Bro, it was like fucking right there too. Like, bro was sliding into the paint. I'm just like, what's going on here? Like,
we always talk about like intangibles, like trends and stuff like that, or like what we call intangibles, stuff that just adds into your confidence. And one of the intangibles I had for this one is MSG Rick Pitino. After the first time, he literally hopped up on the mic and basically said, "Fuck the refs" in the first game. They might give him a couple more calls in this one.
This is one of the only possible insights to gatekeeping I've ever heard, like that I could verify like firsthand. So when I hurt my shoulder like the first time, I was with this guy who worked with the Mavericks, the Dallas Mavericks. They sent me like into Dallas to work with this doctor that like he did like massages and shit on the shoulder, and he worked with like a lot of the Mavericks players. Anyways, he had these fucking 2 refs in and this was during fucking shit. This was back in 2013. So this is a long time ago, but it was during one of the big series for the Mavericks. And bro, the ref was sitting there talking to us. And I swear to God, he said, it's not rigged, but like I'm pushed in a certain direction. So he was like supposed to put Dwayne Wade on the fucking free throw line. Like literally that's what he was told, was to put him on the free throw line. And something like that changes the entire outcome of the game. They hit him up at halftime and they were like, you need to get him on the free throw line more in the second half. Like they straight up told him that. And he told me like, out of his mouth, and he was a professional fucking NBA ref. So take it for what it's worth. But I'm telling you right now, that came out of a fucking NBA ref's mouth to me. This isn't a secondhand story. Like he said it to me. You feel me?
Well, refs they're called referee reports. I know in the NBA they have to do it, and they get like publicized to like the media and the public and stuff like that. But they have these reports and meetings where there are certain agendas that they're trying to push. Like the one example I always use, shouts to the guy behind me, Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson, one year when he played for Sixers, the year that were really good, he did some dumb shit, and he basically said, "Fuck you" to a ref. Long story short, the next game that they played was on national television, and all the refs combined, Tim Donaghy was one of the refs, and they said, we're going to call a travel every time he dribbles the basketball and he does a carry, and we're not going to call any fouls when he drives the lane.
It's that simple, bro. You know, and this is like a dumbed down version of that, what you just said. But so when I was like 18, 19, you know, my first couple years in college, when I came back for that little bit of time in the summer, I would umpire, and I would get like fucking, you know, high school kids that were, you know, going to go to college in the next year. Like good. I would have like some good players that I'd umpire, and fucking This one kid, bro, he turned around and said some bullshit to me about how it wasn't a strike and it was low. The next pitch bounced, and I was like, strike. And I go, you see how this shit fucking works, bro? That's what I said to him. I go, so now you see how this shit fucking works? Like, and he didn't
Especially
stand.
as a college kid, too. You're like, I really don't want to be here.
No, bro. And this motherfucker said something to me. I'm like, okay, bro. And the next one bounced. I'm like, strike two. And he turns around. I said, now you see how this shit works, right?
Yeah, the history. Man. Oh, man. This is like a yeah, I'm gonna have to smoke here, man. Like my anxiety, even though we got the 1 point lead and a half, like my anxiety is at like shouts to people that I was fucking around saying keep the points bookie, but this would be one scenario where I would feel a little bit more comfortable with a couple possessions in my pocket here.
Bro,
and
4.5 points is a lot of points to just say fuck it with, but I'm rooting for you.
The line went down, man. I was doing some UFC tape study, and that line went from 6 to like 4. And then when I looked at it again, like right before I went to sleep, it was 3.5. And I was like, oh shit, people. I haven't seen anybody say they like St. John's, but between what I'm seeing in the chat saying that everybody was on St. John's and the way the line was moving, I don't know.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, but I could be wrong. We saw the exact same first half of basketball, and I have a feeling me and you both understand this game. And I think the reason why you're saying this is because I think you think like I think, like UConn should have played better in that first half than they did.
I definitely think St. John's got lucky on a couple of those.
And St. John's played out, and let's be real. St. John's played excellent that first half. Like they played.
They went on like a 22-8 run at one point for like 4 or 5 minutes. That was. I mean, you would have told me that. I would have told you it would have been the other team doing that.
If UConn just played a little bit better, they'd have probably a 6-point lead right now. I think they fucked that first half off.
I also think one of the problems with UConn is a lot of their offense. They like to get inside their offense, basically like dribble the ball up, swing it a couple of times, run the offense. When you're playing a team like St. John's, bro, when that ball goes through the net and you catch it and you're inbounding, they're up in your face. Like this is the one thing I will say about Rick Pitino, man. That old school style from the early 2000s, that shit still works in the year 2024. As soon as you grab the ball out the net, they're right in your fucking face.
Bro, look at fucking Houston. They don't even wait for you to grab the ball. They're in your face before and after you grab the ball. That's
Houston's fucked up. They'll make a layup, grab the ball for you, and give it to you and hop up in the press. Like,
bro, but they know, like, so when you say that, bro, you should do that. Like certain teams now, it's usually the good teams. Like they talk about that, like letting that clock run for like 6, 7, 8 seconds controls the game clock for you before you pick that ball up to inbound it. You understand what I'm saying? Like Baylor, yes. So Baylor's a team that'll do that. If the other team scores and that ball like rolls at all, watch how fucking slow they walk to the ball. Like they're all told to do it like on purpose. And it's smart. Like you control the game when you do that shit. So Houston, what you're saying, they're fucking told, like, if you fucking score, hand the fucking basketball to that motherfucker right there, because then they got to inbound it right away. And you're right fucking on top of them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, 1,000%.
Yeah.
I'm reading some of the chat comments. Nut Flush says the NFL has a meeting with the refs and focus on what they need to call more for that week. Nanya says, yeah, Nut Flush, that's been like that since 2001. Perky Sanders says, St. John's University has their title game right here. Their schedule so hard remaining for it. Nah, that was the main cap, Perky. This is the game. If you want to win the Big East, if you want to get a good seeding, if you want to go to the NCAA tournament, this is it. You lose this game, the season's over for St. John's. I swear to God. There's too many losses on the year for them. This is their last quad one opportunity in the Big East to get a dub at home. This is it. This is the season. Like Rick Pitino, I already know what Rick Pitino said to them. He probably had that shit on a fucking whiteboard, cleared out, and it had bracketology section, St. John's bubble team. That he probably had that shit on the board, and he said, "If I can lead you guys to the fucking dance, but I can't fucking play out there for you guys. It's up to you guys. You guys want to play in the NCAA tournament this year.
Bro, he could easily be a fucking mobster. He looks like either a reincarnated puppet or a mobster, bro. If he killed people, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, have you ever heard about Rick Pitino's stories? That's the reason why you had to leave college basketball for like two to 3 years.
Wait, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
So Rick Pitino did some dumb shit. A lot of speculations. We don't actually really know the concrete.
Murder speculations?
He did the Michael Jordan.
Oh,
I gotta leave for 2.5, 3 years. And then when I come back, I'm gonna go to fucking a school that nobody fucking knows. I think he went to like Iona or some shit like that. And he coached there for like 1.5 years, 2 years, and now he's back at St. John's. But like Rick Pitino, great coach, bad guy.
okay. I'm okay with those in sports. There's a lot of us around like that. No, I'm just kidding, bro.
Perky, if you're looking at that second half, man, I think it's UConn team total over 39.5 at -125.
Cheers, Shark. Anybody else having a drink? Let us know what you're sipping on here. Cheers, Billy. That first half made me want to go ahead and have a drink.
I'm about to have a smoke. So I also don't like the smoke while I'm sweating a game because it's basically like, what am I smoking this for? I'm not going to be high.
I need these fucking rebounds now in the second half. That's what I need.
Connor, I was saying this to Debbie Cab. When Rick Pitino got fired from Louisville and they had all those fucking trials and shit, what was the exact reason what he got fired for? It was like something with
It was the guy that was like the team
manager.
Yeah, like the manager. He had got all the hookers for the players and everything. And they're basically just giving him money to do that. They give him like $5,000 and like, go get the hookers, go get the blow. Bring him in, let him fuck all the players, all that, and he got popped for it. He got busted at trying to go to UNLV in the early 90s, fucking a girl in a bathroom stall at an Italian restaurant here in Vegas. And he said he didn't want his kids to play for UNLV. He didn't want his family to be here because his kids are raised in Las Vegas because it's such a bad town. Get the fuck out of here.
Bro, I got
Ricky Pete.
I got so drawn back when I heard hookers and blow.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, Rick Pitino, when he first got fired at Louisville, it was bad, bro. Like, there was so many things that they couldn't even pinpoint one thing. It was bad.
Shit. Made me laugh.
Didn't you go to the MAAAC the year at like 2-3 years after he came out of retirement? He went to Iona and like they're like
Iona, and then he got hired here. Yeah.
Bro, they're still doing it. How do you wave that basket off? Either don't call a foul or give him an and one. The fuck am I watching? And I don't have money on it anymore.
You see the UConn coach? He's pissed.
Bro, he should be, bro. They're fucking cheating. I hate saying that word, but I don't even have money on it anymore. So I think I can. Like, I just need rebounds. What the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, I know he cheated on his wife too, Rick Pitino.
I know we got one board right there. I think that's the.
Is that a jump ball or a foul?
They call it a foul, bro.
All right. I'm getting a little bit nervous here. I don't want to come out here 15 seconds into the fucking second half with 2 fouls. I like the way they're defending these pick and rolls.
I like that. Our guy got one more board. Somebody fucking miss a shot so I can get another one. Miss. Bounce right to it. We need 3 more boards, C-Mac.
Set one.
Did he just get one?
Yeah, he got one. Yeah, he got one just a minute ago. We're at 5. Turnover after turnover, back and forth here. Looks like easy bucket for St. John's to take the lead back 39-38, 17:30 on the clock here. 1 point game. St. John leads.
That was a hell of a fucking pass, though, bro.
That was a good pass.
A one leg falling out of bounds, double team, full court pass. There's not even people in the NBA that can make that pass.
Especially after the back-to-back turnovers by both teams. When you saw that ball get thrown, you were just like, oh, another turnover? But then it was perfect.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a message, Treasure Cat, because I might have one or two in college, but maybe in the NBA.
41-39. 2-point lead for UConn now.
Damn, I don't see that board, Cap.
I mean, my stat has 5 rebounds, and I watched him rebound it with my own eyes.
Damn, it is.
Soriano's funny as fuck, bro.
You're tripping me out now. Somebody in the chat, let me know what boards. My shit.
That was a good block. He's blocking like a motherfucker.
Yeah, my shit says 5, and I saw him get it with my own eyes. So I think.
All right, well, I'll trust you.
Wait, isn't that his third though?
They called a foul on that,
On that block? That was all ball.
bro.
He grabbed his fucking arm.
Oh, fuck off. This is fuck off.
Bro, they did. C-Mac, how the fuck?
You dunk like this, and you're about.
And he's out, dude. We're not getting it. Oh, fuck.
Bro, I didn't see him hit his arm on that, bro. It literally looked like he just fucking threw his shit.
That's why I was laughing. He had no shot of dunking that bitch, and he still basically. If he would have just moved out the way, I swear to God, he would have just fell without even hitting the rim.
Of course, motherfucker misses the rebound and he's not in there, or misses a free throw and he's not in there to get it.
Soriano's got to play a little bit better here for St. John's. He's supposed to be like the star guy to get everything going, and he's been real quiet today.
I guess we could live bet this game, but fuck, man. I still think, I don't know. Well, if you can't make a fucking shot 1 inch from the basket, I don't know. Can't help you, buddy. 41-40 here. St. John's has the ball. They're down 1 and drive through the lane. Gonna miss the layup. Ball. Everybody's fighting for the ball, scrambling there. UConn's gonna come out with it, pushing the pace down court quick. Gonna get an easy layup. 43-40. UConn leads now. 15:49 on the clock. Man, this game's been a good. This has been a good game. We've had some blowouts that aren't as fun to watch, but this has been a good game here, back and forth. Looks like they're going to go to the first commercial break of the second half here. Foul called on the floor on UConn. I think it was on the floor earlier. If anything from earlier could be a judgment, this shit might be fucking. They might be going to the free throw line on the shot, even though he, didn't even shoot. So we'll see.
Nutflush. I like Vermont. I think you go Vermont team total over. I know you love the team total. They consistently against venue and at home. I think they get there over this number. I think they get to 80. I'd like to bet 75.5. I just see 76.5 minus 110.
Hell yeah, bro.
Maybe you can look around.
We got, people are going to want the shed play of the day again.
That's if the
shed. Hell of a shed there. Who built that shed?
We did. We smacked the shed play of the day last time. We gave out Belmont shed play of the day last time. They're fucking smacked.
Yeah, so it's 1-0, right? It's the only time you've ever done it, assuming. Or you in that all the time?
Well, the shed's usually made out of wood, so it has to be a favorite. My favorite today, 3:00 game, San Diego State, and we're about to grab this Aztec money. They've been definitely underperforming this year, but I think that they pulled this one out against Utah State.
There you go. You talked on that one earlier, and I liked what you had to say about it. I just dropped the link to our guy, Sharky. He told me he was going to hop on with us for a second, so we'll get to hear a little NBA talk probably. I mean, I'm sure he does some college basketball too, but I dropped in the link. Going to get him up here. Shout out to everybody in the chat rocking with us, man. We've had a good crowd here Saturday, which I'm glad to finally see, man. I'm going to pull up these live lines. You got a 3-point lead with UConn. You could jump on right now with our guy Billy and get a good fucking plus the points or plus money line. Billy, I didn't bet it because I'm going to just root for you here. So, but I will talk.
I told you, bet UConn, man. That team total over in the second half was there for the taking. 39.5 at minus 125. They could have scored 8 more points at the end of the first half, I felt like.
You did say it. My response to you was I'm going to pussyfoot around this and be not have any balls. So I'm pretty sure that's what I said. But what I will do is go over the rest of the bets. I have 4 more pregame bets in college basketball today that I like. I got Houston on the money line in the first half. We both talked about that. I love the stat that you gave me. I got Baylor just full game. I took them minus 3.5. I got Kentucky plus 110 on the money line, and then I got Oregon first half minus 0.5 against UCLA.
Unfortunately, Ian Schwaber, that game did not make my card, that Stenson game, but I would have, if it was like a Friday or a Tuesday and we didn't have a lot of games, I might have. But from like a standpoint today was a lot of confirmation spots that I had circled for last couple of days. Like I talked about the Indiana State game, about how they're playing Drake. They've literally only lost 1 conference game this year. They're 6-1 in conference play, and their 1 loss is at Drake. So Indiana State's in like a 3-way tie up at the top. So like they need to win. If they win this game today, they basically win the conference. And that gets them an out-large, maybe not an out-large bid, but more times than not, teams that win the conference regular season and mid-majors are winning the tournament, unless it's like the Big South. Turnover there. Another live ball turnover there for St. John's. Hate to see it.
Yeah, well, they just got the ball back, pushing the court. I think I'm ahead of you. Looks like, yeah, because bucket here, St. John's, 42-43. Way to push the court off a rebound right there. Hey, I appreciate that, Perky. I'm not gonna
fucking move.
Perky said that I don't force after missing a first half. I'm not gonna act like I'm a saint, man. There are occasions. So like I way over invested in Baylor earlier in the week. I lost the first half with Baylor. I already had Baylor full game. I took them on the money line and on the spread in the second half. So I had a large investment on Baylor, but I do a lot of the times just let it play out, like you said, but I'm going to watch it play out and be frustrated that I didn't take UConn if they do cover, but I'm rooting for Billy here. And St. John's, more of the first half looks for them. They're just hustling for rebounds and, a lot of turnovers both ways, a little sloppy, but they're still playing hard.
Yeah, it just feels like, when you play with a lot of energy, sometimes that just results into live ball turnovers on offense. Sometimes it feels like that's the problem with St. John's right now. They're playing with a little bit too much energy here, where they're like trying to make that extra pass or make that extra play, and it's kind of costing them here a little bit here. But hopefully the first half and the second half mirror each other, with UConn coming out hot and then St. John's going on a run itself to adjust, because I think the adjustment here made by UConn was to get out in the fast break. They didn't have a lot of fast break points in the first half, and it feels like in the second half all their points are in the fast break.
They were playing a lot slower in the first half. Another foul. Not even. That's the 4th team foul on UConn here with 13:59. I mean, only 2 more, and then everything after that, St. John's heading to the line. You got to like that.
Yeah, but there's a concern right now, man. Half-court offense for Rick Pitino in the second half. I don't think St. John's has scored in the half-court offense in like 3 minutes. Other points of fast breaks
after making the layup. Almost a turnover on the inbound from UConn too. 44-45. Yeah, did he really just headbutt the basketball after he scored? Bro did a layup and then headbutted the basketball to the fucking guy to inbound it.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, like they're And this is the season. Like knowing Rick Pitino, I mean, there's very rarely that we have college coaches still in this game right now that have been in the business for over 20 years. Knowing Rick Pitino, bro, he got these kids fired up for this one. He probably brought up shit about their moms and their girlfriends and shit. Dude's a sick fuck, man.
I mean, we went over that. Oh, get that shit out of here, even if it's not fucking.
He wants to be a winner, man, and I don't blame him, bro. Win by any means. I can't disrespect that at all.
Is out here wilding, bro. Same dude that headbutted the ball just fucking threw his shit, even though the play was dead.
Dude, Klingen, get in here. Don't make any fouls and get some fucking boards.
Goddamn rebounds,
Big
bro.
Dookie, fuck.
You fucking cunt.
If you would have told
He's
me
such a goofy fuck, C-Mac.
Look at him. Yeah, turnover. What is he doing?
Suriano has under 10 points.
That wasn't
Crazy.
necessarily his fault. I mean, maybe it was his fault, but I mean, it hit the other guy in the fucking head.
Just go down in the paint. Just what's he even doing out there?
Yeah, just scoot down and box out. That's all you got to
Yeah.
do.
Look, he's heading out there. What's he doing?
Actually, we want you to lose a basketball game. Just get those rebounds.
There's a big three there.
That's a good shot.
I was actually thinking about making the shed into a studio room, but
God, Miami, fuck, can't play defense.
I would need an electrician for that.
I'm looking at. Looks like Miami's got to be pushing the lane though. It looks like there's a lot of they got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 fucking team fouls already in this game on Virginia Tech.
Fucking another live ball turnover turned into an and one foul for UConn.
Billy, you've kind of hit your stuff for later. I was about to say hit some of it, but you already have. I just kind of spit my card out. I am on Oregon first half. I'll say that again. I got Baylor full game, Kentucky full game. Baylor's on the spread. Kentucky's on the money line. And then Houston first half.
Let me know, Ian Schwaber. I'm down here in South Jersey. Because I'm thinking about it, man. It was just I would definitely need a lot of outlets in here from the aspect of when we do the streams. I feel like I have to have an extension cord for the outlet that I'm using. So I can't even imagine using a shed that doesn't even have an outlet in here. So we gotta. It's going to be my summer goal to get this together here. Another live ball turnover foul for the Bonnies. I mean, not the Bonnies, the Storm. And we got another guess. Man, missed the legend.
Oh, hell yeah. Like I said earlier, my good friend, also a fucking wizard when it comes to the NBA. Awesome capper jumping in here with us. Our dude, Sharky Water Nations. What's up, Shark?
Just want to, bro, love you guys so much. Just getting in the flow with you guys. We're sitting here on a Saturday afternoon. I want to crack a beer, talk to you guys. Dabby, a little tilt. I was saying to Dab off the record, we don't tilt. We just love Connor Mack, Billy, big dogs. Talk to me. I'll talk to you. I just bought this hat. Detroit Tigers, segueing to baseball. The space for here. Lead the way, guys. Let's talk about it.
As far as logos go, bro, you can't beat that Detroit Tigers logo right there. That shit is dope. That tiger coming out of the D is where it's at right there.
Yeah, talking about hats, baseball hats, 7 with the color. Look at this hat. I just bought this hat.
That's fire.
Diamondbacks, bro.
D-back action.
Sick.
I'm thinking about ordering another hat soon, man. I gotta decide where I'm gonna go with it.
I just got this box, actually. Literally, this is all hats.
All hats?
I broke up with my girlfriend. I told her I'm going to order 10,000 hats. So, F off. And Abby's going to tilt. Connor's going to tilt. Billy's going to be the dog smoking weed in the air. I love it. And I'm going to order hats. That's what I do. So, How about this Dubs hat? The Dubs suck ass, but how about this Dubs hat, right?
No, I agree, man. Buy Hat Engage is back in action. It might have been out for a while, but Buy Hat Engage is back in action.
Check this Dubs hat.
Bro.
Oh, yeah, that's fire.
Did you really just order 1,000 hats? Like, come on. That's awesome.
It's fucking winning you.
Yeah, he ain't fucking around.
I ordered 50 hats. I'm not going to lie. I got Ingrid's. So I have
awesome.
this one. This is a ridiculous hat. I'm definitely going to love this for our guys on the Cincinnati Reds. Ellie De La Cruz. Check this one.
Wow, I didn't know the Reds. That's a dope Reds hat. I'm a Reds guy this year, man. I mean, give me some Abbott. Give me some Buddy De La Cruz.
Bro, I'm telling you, we're going to bet the Reds every day. They're going to get steamed up to minus 160 on the money line. We're getting them at plus 110 now, but it's going to be 160 on the hot ticket. Connor knows this shit. He knows exactly where we're going.
I don't know, man. Buddy got too popular last year, man. He was on every social media MLB post of him stealing bases and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, bro. I know. It's actually so sick how the market will just shift on these guys. But I saw this hat. I was like, we got to this hat. I mean, like Jimmy the Bag would love this hat in his background. I mean, let's not joke around here. But
bro,
I'll throw it back
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think the green screen is beautiful. I should probably get one myself. But I did like Jimmy's hat background. I missed that thing. That thing was the shit.
Green screen's overrated, man. I have that shit in my basement, and the thing I don't like about it is you start feeling like a female when you have to start considering if this shirt is going to be is this shirt going to be basically invisible on the green screen? Like,
bro, you should feel
crazy.
like a female.
I had to buy new clothes.
You wear fucking crop tops. What are you even talking about? You came on the show with the
I
crop
can
tops.
use that on the green screen. It just sheds Nike.
Bro,
that's right, Roxy.
You're so spot on. Like when you had that background in front of you, it's like, how am I going to mirror off this stuff? And like, look at you right now. You look great. You're smoking weed. It's beautiful. The hat's great. The shades are great. Dabby Cab is coming off tilt. Cotter Magus in the house.
The shed.
Beautiful stuff. We're in our element here. It's beautiful,
bro. I'll always say it because we've been doing these streams on Saturdays, man. A lot of my bets come down to the wire because a lot of the games I take are smaller spreads. It's hard to sit here right at the end, man. I can always like come back after a little bit, but like there's no way I'm not gonna fucking be mad for at least a few minutes. Like I need a little bit of time to fucking murder somebody. I can do it quick though. I'll deal with the body later. I'll have good music on and fucking smoking, smiling, but I just, I got to get the anger out real quick. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I mean.
Absolutely.
None yet. I have no older siblings. I actually have an older brother. He lives in Chicago. Other than that, no siblings. We like to venture into the fashionistas of the world. The association will inspire you when you see those pregame outfits walking into the stadium.
No, it is real. I mean, like I was saying to Dab off the air, and this is a great point for pub sports and guys that are gambling every single day because we are gambling every single day. Tilt is real, and we're sitting here on the air watching our bets sometimes lose, and we care, and we're just being authentic with it. We care, and I know Dabby cares so much, and sometimes it just goes awry, and it's a tough little sweat. So. I'm gonna crack one for you guys, and Connor what is that hat, by the way?
It's a Dodger hat. I have every MLB hat. I don't wear them anymore, but they're kind of old too. But I'm a Dodger fan. All my hats I get LA. I like one Angel hat, a couple other ones. I get shit for it. All my people wearing an Angel hat or another hat. I got a Tiger hat that I used to wear a ton. I had the white and the orange. So I respect it. I respect your hat game and Jimmy's.
You too, bro. You the man with the hat game. So
I like to buy hat engaged.
Oh,
Castle
for sure.
Beautiful.
That's why I'm getting these baseball hats because we're gonna hopefully make, I would say, at least 40 to 50 units in baseball season. So I'm so hyped on it. But Connor, going back to it, baseball-wise, quick question for you. Is it too top-heavy with the Dodgers right now?
Yeah, it's just kind of ridiculous at this point. I mean, until they win it, it's all just, it's just a little bit crazy. The team's just nuts, The lineup's sick. Pitching staff.
Not a video game, and you wanted to put your favorite players on a team. Like that's.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt the conversation, C-Mac, but as far as live betting goes, I just want to update you because this is a live betting show. They're going to a TV timeout right now in the Miami-Virginia Tech game, and Miami just took the lead with the 3. It is now 60-59. They are ahead.
Dude, that's good. We need fucking
more.
Dookie Klingen, get the board. Fuck yeah, we got a board.
Down. Did he get it?
He got it. It was a foul. I don't know. No, was that Spencer? I thought, no, he's back in. They keep taking him in and out with the 3 fouls. I don't know if that
from
counts.
a distance, though, Connor, I'm not going to lie. From a distance, they really do look like the same person under the rim. Like,
a little bit. He's a little taller, yeah. He ain't going to get this sorry sack.
Connor just sees skinny white dude. He's like,
he just he just got his 4th fucking foul.
Douchebag. Dude. He's out. We're done. Unreal.
And he just grabbed the dude's arm. Did you see that shit? Like, just lazy ass. He fucking rebounded the dude's arm instead of the basketball.
I thought he had the ball at first. The kid kind of poked it out, and with him poking it out, he kind of was like, like, like how like big people are like kind of like just not athletically gifted. It was just like a rub for the ball, and he kind of just fouled him on like the trip of it because he has long ass arms. He was probably like, shit. Because that coach on UConn, man, looking at his face, Rick Pitino looks like he's somebody should get him a fucking IV after this game. And the other guy has just been sweating the whole entire time. Like, Rick is getting worse, bro. You see him pacing on the sideline, Connor? Like, he's like literally like running up and down the sidelines, like scared.
Ricky P.
Well, this is the season here.
I keep trying to come back to it, but our guy Troy, man, he was talking about how mad he was after the Ravens. I know that shit's frustrating, but what you did this year was fucking insane, Troy, man. Congratulations and shout out to you. Finishing the season at 40 units or something.
Had to do the stream. Not only did I lose the Ravens bet, it was like we lost the Ravens bet, and we're rolling right in 2 minutes later into the Detroit stream. And I'm like, wow, man, I'm still like sticker shocked that I fucked in the ass like that with Patrick Mahomes. And I was like, we went right back at it. And I don't ever use that expression. Don't get me wrong, but that was like
only when you wear crop tops, right?
The crop top thing is subjective. It's a funny thing.
It doesn't go hand in hand with getting
fucked in the ass. Get the fuck out of here.
It's a funny bit. You think I really go out in public, sit around, and just be like, yeah, male crop top season.
Bro, don't lie. I saw you wear it at Pubapalooza last time.
I was not there at Pubapalooza.
Oh, yeah, the time before that.
Leaping on the studio bench the whole entire time because I was exhausted.
Shark is probably wondering what we're talking about. So I'm going to tell you, Shark. Billy hops on Monday. We're doing Medicaid Monday, okay? We're having a great show. We're flowing. And Billy comes on to give out college basketball, which we all want Billy's college basketball. So it's like good energy, gives a good breakdown. We love what we're hearing.
Afternoon late ad game.
Yeah, so like afternoon game to give us early action. And then he lifts his arms up and he's got a fucking hoodie that's a crop top. Like, like a female shirt, like a crop top. You know what I'm talking about. So it's just it just caught me off guard. It's like when you see your buddy, like, grab the basketball and he's got a thong on. You're like, you're just not expecting it.
There was an undershirt on. There was definitely a white t-shirt under the male crop top. But the original story, though, Shark, the first Pubapalooza, that's like the Pub Sports Radio event, blah, blah, blah. And me and Big Show were smoking. I was pretty fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. It's so windy in San Antonio at night. The blunt flies out of my hand. I try to grab it, and not only do I try to grab it, I say, fuck it, I'm hopping over this fence. Whole hoodie rips. Might have had it for 5-6 hours, bought. Big Show's just laughing the whole entire time. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm still wearing this hoodie. So it just became, that was the first male crop top.
Speaking of Big Show, he showed up right in time in the chat, man. Shout out to our guy Big Show, man. Good to see you in the chat.
UFC stream
Show would be
today.
laughing. Big Show at me after what we experienced at Southtown 101. We indulged in a little fungi, and only one time in my life have I thought I was gonna die, and it was when I was with Big Show. I was laughing so hard that I swear to God, I was like, in my mind, I was like, well, if I die from laughter because I can't breathe, I guess at least this is a good way to die.
I'll shoot you a message, Wally. I have a couple that I like that for later on.
A couple.
I'll shoot you a message. Fat Wally about a total.
This game, man.
Okay. I don't want to put you on the spot. I was like, well, I want to know.
Guys, given the
No, yeah.
I was thinking when we got I thought it was gonna be like the Brewers hat in the background, and he's got the Rockies hat and the whole freaking thing. I thought it was like should be like we got Tyler Mahle coming off the rack here for a nice little road start where he has a nice little frequency pattern and the whole freaking thing. So for God's sakes, let's get into baseball. I'm hyped up for it. I mean, I love you guys so much. Like, what are we even doing here? Like, let's fast forward to April. And I'm sitting in Florida, which is kind of crazy because Florida is actually warmer than every point in the country. I walk outside my house, it is 75 degrees out here. And that's why I was trying to always pour the big energy on the people, because I know people are sitting in the cold, and it just, it can stifle you as a person, honestly. But Connor, I know you're grinding the college basketball streets. Dabby with the hat. Dab, the number 7 actually means you're right where you need to be. That is the number 7. You're right where you need to be. So
I like it.
Dab doesn't know this. I'm telling him on the air, Pub Sports Radio. Shout out to you guys, the best people in the world. Dab is actually right where he needs to be. He just lost a bet, but he's learning. His process is great. And let's keep conversating on this process, guys.
Bro. Man, fuck that bet. I'll tilt again if we keep talking about it. But hey, I'm just kidding. Shout out to our guy Fat Wally, man. You see Fat Wally in the chat giving a membership. Fat Wally is our dude, man. And the memberships, they mean the world to the channel. So thank you, Wally, for that. And thank you to all the members that are rocking with us, man. We got our guy Shark up here. We got Billy, C-Mac, man. Couldn't be better than this. Cheers to everybody in the chat, man. Cheers to you, Fat Wally. I'm not going to lie. Got a little brown water in the cup early. So cheers to you, man.
Yeah, 1:46 Eastern here. An early one, but a necessary one, I think. And a lot of NBA going on tonight. I was talking to Dutch off the record. I think Dutch was in the chat briefly before. He's out in Vegas, obviously. So that's still before noon out in Vegas. And just beautiful times. Beautiful times. Deb, lead the way. Let's talk about some ball, and let's just.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't ever like to have anybody think like they got to get up here just to like give out any bets or anything. And everybody can follow and should follow you on X so they can see anything you're on. But have you bet any NBA today? I'm just curious.
I have not, actually. I have not.
You can't bet NBA without an injury report, Gabby Cab.
You say? What you say, Billy?
It's Saturday, so you need an injury report before you can bet on an NBA game.
I got you.
No, Billy, jump off. What do you think is the best bet of the day?
To be honest with you, I think it's the matinee spot late at night tonight, Milwaukee versus Dallas. It kind of feels like this could be the bounce back Buck spot, but I also think there's the other side of the coin. They just look like dog shit on the road, and Dallas, they're basically having Luka back, no Kyrie, and that's been kind of working for him, man. I mean, they got Luka the Don back out there tonight. Granted, Rashawn Holmes is never a guy you want to see in the starting lineup, but from a defensive perspective, I mean, he can give him a good solid 25 minutes out there and guard Brook Lopez. I think Dallas is live tonight, man. +4 home dog.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I wouldn't disagree. I mean, look at this game. obviously you get the revenge element too. They lost in November at Milwaukee, and I think Milwaukee is slightly capped in the environment. So honestly, I didn't go into detail. I think one of the really standout points in this card and just in general where we are in the NBA market, there's just a lot of out of conference spots right now. And it's not rivalry matchups. It's not teams that are playing 2 or 3 times a year. So there's a lot of ambiguity and stuff. But I do think that the Mavs have some access here. I think the injury report is a little sketchy. Kyrie Irving is game time decision. A couple other points. I do think that there's something about this Lakers game against the Knicks is speaking to me, because I think the Knicks just have another element to them right now. And I think the Knicks are just bigger than we've ever seen since the mid-90s. And it's kind of crazy to say. I mean, Connor, real talk though, bro.
Yeah, they're playing good ball right now.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, they won 9 in a row, which is insane. Really insane. That's hard to do in NBA basketball, regardless of the squad. But this team just has camaraderie, and it's like they get behind each other. And it's Jalen Brunson. The guy's an all-star, and he's just a big dog. And it's –
I think the real surprise on that team is how good Dante DiVincenzo has been playing. Since the Julius Randle injury, he's had the highest usage rating of his career at around 25%. And not only is he taking the usage, he's been scoring a lot. He's been the main catalyst for that team of just really getting them over the hump, because it's Jalen Brunson doing a lot of the digging. But if Dante DiVincenzo is hitting shots, hey, they're in any game. I mean, the kid's lighting it up the scoreboard, my Nova boy out there. And then they got Josh Hart out there. So now that makes them more of a fast break team instead of a half court team. And that's kind of more of Tibbs type of guys. The Knicks have been one of the worst defensive teams. And that's not really a Tibbs type of team. You know who likes Tibbs? Nova guys. Nova guys are just going to play the whole entire game, not get subbed out unless it's foul trouble. And it's been working for him. I think it's a Dante DiVincenzo night, though, from a prop angle, 24.5 for points and assists. Seems like the spot. 25.5 points and assists, minus 125. He's been lighting it up. Him against Austin Reeves, battle of the Whiteys. Give me Dante.
And I want to definitely have you guys continue that conversation. But real quick, our guy Aaron on the chat, he said, do we expect the late runs for St. John's? Look, if you're on UConn, I think maybe plus 11 would be a chance to hit both sides. I'm not personally interested in betting this game right now. I'm rooting for St. John's for our guy Billy, but
yeah, I think this ticket's one. If I was in the casino, I would have hit a little.
I don't middle bets, but if I'm sitting there watching it and I see a real big opportunity, maybe I'd consider it, because how the game is with the runs. But yeah, I wouldn't right now.
It was a double entendre, though. I had the St. John's future to win the Big East, so this is the fucking game. If they're going to win the Big East, they got to beat UConn at the crib. And second half has been a bloodshed for live ball turnovers for St. John's. I can't imagine how mad Rick is right now, because they're in the game. It's just the live ball turnovers, man. That is you can't do that in college basketball. In the NBA, you might get away with it because they're just going to jack up a lot of threes. But for a team like UConn that got 0 fast break in the first half, you give them some live ball turnovers. They're a top 5 team in America.
Speaking of, and another thing that they've had is UConn's been getting fast breaks off the defensive boards too. They're pushing out quick. I thought they were going to get another one, but it got stopped. Our guy was agreeing with you there, Shark. He said they play defense and they rebound. Bet on team minus 3.5 is good money. So I think he's on the side with you there. Shout out to my guy Dutch, by the way, and everybody here in the chat. We had my dude Nunya. I love seeing your action always, Nunya. I hope I see some of you guys at Pubapalooza 3. We had almost 160 people just a little bit ago. Keep running this up, man. Like I said, if the numbers show it that we should be here for some of the other games, I'm sure we can make that happen. It's just we don't, like C-Mac said, we don't like to cross because we got UFC coming up. And speaking of UFC, this is easy and free. So listen closely, okay? Go to pubsportsradio.com right now. I should do it myself and sign up for the UFC competition. You don't spend $1 and you could win $100. And even if you don't cap the UFC like me, all you got to do is press buttons, just guess. And you're picking what round it ends. if they knock out, submission, whatever, you're picking all of it. So I'm telling you, there's a small chance, even if you don't know, that you could win. I got sixth. I did it right here in front of you guys. I was just clicking buttons and I got sixth, and there was like over 100 people in it. So the winner gets
Dave, man. Dave fucking won that one contest, and the dude knows jack shit about the UFC.
So that's my point. $100 to the winner every time. It's free. Go to pubsportsradio.com. Our guy Big Show put it in the picks. Put it in the chat right there. Click the link. Go down there. While you're there, grab yourself some merch. This is the regular Pub Sports Radio shirt, but if you support the sesh, we have one that's just like this, but it's got weed instead of beer in the bottle. So there you go. Go get you a sesh shirt or a Pub Sports Radio shirt.
No, get it, because as Cheshire Cat just became a gold member, he gets whatever it is, 10, 20% off all the Pub Sports Radio merch. Shout out to Cheshire Cat, gold member. He upgraded. Appreciate it, my dude. Shout out to Fat Wally. He's got some Goldstream here, pick 4. If you like the ponies, check out my guy there with the pick 4.
Bro, I tell you what, I'll never cap horses, but I'll tail people, that we run with here just to have a little action every once in a while. I enjoy betting them sometimes, but I don't ever want to learn how to cap horses because I don't want to go down that road.
I'm laughing because Dabby and I have these all direct conversations where we're like, Razor is such a sick dog, but it's like we're going down such a route externally for our own mind. It's like, I have a seltzer here. I'm gonna drink a seltzer because I don't want to ever cap horses. But Razor, the guy's a legend. Please do if he does. Dabby, talk to us.
Bro, the first horse race that I ever bet, we were in San Antonio. Never bet a horse race in my life. And I walk up to Razor, and of course I was the dickhead who was like, hey, we've never met each other. Give me a horse to bet on. and he's like, hold on. I'll let you know when I got one for you. And he comes up to me not long after, gives me a horse, and it's just like a fucking to win the race. There was nothing to the bet. It wasn't exact or anything. Just gave me a horse to win the race, and the horse won the race. So shout out to my guy. I went 1-1 with my first bet. And I've tailed him since then and won a few more times since then. So I enjoy that. Like I said, I don't cap it personally.
Oh, I agree. I think one of the things that is, so external to your personal handicapping process is horses, because it's such a unique endeavor. And, when I was in Miami, actually going back, close to 10 years, I was at Gulfstream and we were watching horse races every single day. And I was playing poker and sports betting in the process of this whole game. And I used to say to you guys, not you guys, but I used to say to the people that I was watching with, and I said, you guys have an angle on this. And there were some sharps in it. Really, there were some sharps in it. And Billy, you don't know anything about it, or do you? What do you
horses?
know? Yeah.
Horses? I know from the time of being at Pub Sports Radio, it's definitely taught me a lot. When we went what was it, Deb? Ritama?
Yeah, every time we're in San Antonio, we go to the track, even if there's not horses, it's dope because we take over the whole place. We got the TVs, the games on, drinks, everything. It's a lot of fun. Shark, I texted you. I told you should go to San Antonio, bro.
Betting on if you don't understand the language and the vocabulary, you will go broke betting on horses, betting exacta boxes and shit.
Bro.
So Billy. When Razor comes on here and just drops these absolute dimes, what do you say to him on that?
Hey, it's a sick game, man. That's a sick game. It's like if you're a weed smoker and somebody came up to you and was like, yo, you want this good shit? And you're like, kind of not, man. This is a pretty cool display right here.
Bro, I can tell if it's maybe not. You can't trust nobody growing anything nowadays, especially with those snow caps. Be careful.
No, I'm just saying, man. Dog, that shit's crazy. It's an addiction. That's like an addiction when you're betting on race after race after race, and it's what certain days a week, certain things go off with higher odds. Other tracks are fucking chalky as hell. That shit's addiction. Fuck that. I can't.
So shout out to our guy Ian, bro. It was one race that is good to be a part of. Our guy Cheshire Cat. Now that he's a gold member, Every Wednesday and Thursday, we do the $50 gold member race. It's the horse race during betting with the bag. And if you win, you get $50. You know, shout out to who was it that won two races back to back?
Director 97. He won like
Director 97. Yeah, in the chat, man. Good for him. And then I don't know who else won, but it's always somebody different. It seems like so. Shout out to everybody that's won.
I'll say John betting on horses. If I had a horse and it was, and you know, you pay the people to do the thingies and all that shit, and I was like, Yochik, yeah, I'd probably fuck a horse race. And like, if I had my own horses and shit, they're like in races, yeah, I would bet on my own horses. If you watch Aaron Gordon's podcast on YouTube, he talked about this past summer after the championship, he went out there and he was chilling with Yochik and he was betting on the horses and shit. He said that shit was fire. He said it was like the best time of his life. Because he's like a king over there. So it's like, all right, you're in a third world country, but at least you're with the king of the third world country.
Yo, I'll tell you what. Speaking of just betting in general, Miami right now, 53 seconds left in the game. They are up 75-67. So shout out to our guy C-Mac for grabbing them at plus 5.5. You know, nothing's ever over till it's over, but with 53 seconds and a fucking 7-point lead, plus 5.5 looks pretty damn good. So shout out to our guy. C-Mac on that. Hey, here you go, Billy. Memphis is losing to Wichita State at halftime, 26-30. You want some more Memphis money line?
Sure. Let me tell you. Penny's my guy. Fuck a penny. Long story short, they're down by 8 at home in the second half. They get the big guy gets to steal and proceeds to do a 360 dunk on a fast break, completely breaks it. It goes out of bounds. I lost my shit, man. I lost my shit.
Unreal.
I lost my shit. I've never thrown so many things out of television in a short amount of time.
Down by 8, bro. That's the thing. If you're up 8, bro, go for it.
I think I called him the N-word like repeatedly. Like I was going.
What the fuck?
I was going in, man. I was pretty pissed, dude. I was like I was up there, man. That's probably the most mad I gotten out of a basketball game in a very long time.
I mean, justified. Really.
I've never seen that in an NBA game, like where you get a steal with a lead. Like maybe Vince Carter. Like that's the only person I've ever seen do a 360 fucking dunk on a fast break. Like I could understand if you did the between the legs or you threw it off the backboard to yourself. But a 360 dunk on a fast break down by 8, and you guys need wow. Penny's getting fired this year, man. Like he might be like the school's all-time best player, but no bullshit, Dabby Cab. He's about to get fired this year. How the fuck does Houston leave that conference and they're nowhere close to even winning?
I mean,
they're
falling off hard right now. If they lose this game, yeah, I could see it. They're falling off hard. Yo, our guy Troy in the chat said he got the under in that game. Said he might have a sweep type of day. You know, Troy, I don't send out a bunch of invitations, but we'd always love to have you anytime you want to hop on. And if you want to just hang out in the chat with us too, that's cool. But you're always welcome up here, man, especially if you got any action you want to, you know, give out to the people. Everyone wants some money. So anytime, man.
Man, is this like the closing sentiments and don't bet on St. John's for the rest of the year? This is it. Should have just passed.
I lagged. All I heard was sediments. What'd you say?
Wait, Connor, you muted.
Cut the cord on St. John's. Cut it.
Cut it.
Yeah, cut it. They're done. They're done. That's all I was trying to say. Don't bet them.
Yeah, I'm done betting them after this one.
You know, I think one of the most beautiful things about this entire environment, it's only 2:00 on a Saturday right now. And if you're betting, you have all day to do everything you want, big time or small time. It's great. And, you know, just I want to give a shout to you guys because it's great to be on here with you guys. I'm going to take a sip. And, you know, Dabby, keep leading us on this beautiful journey here. Let's talk about CBB, a little NFL. We got Super Bowl coming up. It's actually Super Bowl week, believe it or not. Less than a week away.
Monday.
So much going on here, guys. So lead the way. Let's fucking talk about it.
Man, Super Bowl, I can tell you one thing. If I place a bet, it will be on Mahomes, not against him. I'm done losing money.
With you, I'm done. That was the sell.
Let me get
Yeah,
that.
I'm done losing money going against Mahomes, man. I
The
can't.
Ravens one was crazy because I bet on them the week before, and I was like, "Damn, man, I'm really doing this," and I did it, and I lost.
And the thing is I don't want to bet a game like just because of Mahomes, but like at this point, like I will not bet against Mahomes just because of Mahomes.
I just don't like the vibe and the feeling. The vibe. And
There you go. Are you going KC? Are you think is that where you're looking?
I am actually. I am. I'm not going official because official means everybody's going to wager millions, and we're going to sit here and have to sweat it. But I do like KC in this game, and obviously coming through the playoffs, I don't think anybody saw them coming through the AFC playoffs. People were thinking they were completely done, and I made the comment, and I'll keep saying this on PSR here. It's real talk. This team is the new Patriots. They're that good where they will not ball in the regular season, and then in the playoffs they will turn up on you over and over and over. And people want to sleep on them, and they will. And this is the beautiful thing about this whole conversation. We're in the beginning of this arc, actually, crazily enough. This could go on for the next 10 years.
I don't know, though, man. There's about to Kelsey, if they win this, right? If Kelsey wins this, I think he might retire, bro.
Okay, so what's the narrative on that? Talk to me.
That there's no narrative on it. I mean, like he's a little bit older of a guy. He's taking a lot of injuries. I mean, he wins another championship. What the fuck else are you playing for? Like you broke every stat. Like,
well, he also wants to procreate with the misses. If we're not being incorrect, I don't think.
Yeah, like I mean,
stay centered to the game here. I just think that truthfully, this is the new Patriots where like this team is going to win titles over and over and over. And people are going to continuously disrespect them. And again, like I'll throw it back to that in a half second. We're going to be having this conversation in 5 years because Mahomes is not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's only like, 27 or something? Like Tom Brady was 27. Tom Brady was what, 30 in 2007 with the ridiculous team with Randy Moss. So, like, just think about the arc of these, like, legendary quarterbacks. He's got 10 years in front of him. So, just keep that in mind. That's why I bought this hat, actually. It's why I bought this hat. I'm not going to lie. I bought this hat because I like big time. I like smart people. I like big people. And I get behind them. So, let's go, gentlemen.
I don't blame you.
Every time we talk the Chiefs on here, I sit here and I just think I would pay so much money if I could do a perfect Patrick Mahomes impression. Like, damn it, bro. If I could sound like that guy, or I feel like he'd be up there. He's like, I can't every time I sit here, I'm like, maybe I'm going to try it. I'm like, I can't do it. So why would I even try it, bro? I can't channel the Kermit for the frog, inner Kermit.
He's the rambling man. He is the rambling man. Like, he has very little articulation. He's just this pitchy, rambling guy. It's what he is. And that let me plug a guy on this show. Joey Molinaro is the best impressionist I've ever heard in my entire life. He does a great Patrick Mahomes impression. Look him up, Joey Molinaro. It's excellent. Dad, I'm telling you, hit me up after the broadcast, you'd be like, yes.
I'll check it out for sure. Speaking of checking it out, C-Mac, you're almost there. 82-74, 15 seconds. Miami's got the ball here. It looks like I would imagine that the clock just runs right here. I don't think I'll see another foul. I don't have the game on, but it looks like you got there with Miami. So good shit, man. Yep, that's it. It's over. So you can cash it. It's in the bank. 56 point second half out of the Hurricanes. They win 82-74 over Virginia Tech.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Back from commercial break here. Still a 10-point game here in this one that we've been on for. Only 50 seconds left, though. 74-64. UConn leads with 50 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, that ticket got thrown in the trash, man. It was a good season, boys. Red Storm, no more. Won't be betting anymore.
Tukey Klingon never even came back in the game.
I mean, they
They're
made me
winning.
good money feast week. That's why I thought they had a shot, man. They had some fierceness to them in feast week. I made some money on them Thanksgiving week, and then I stopped betting them, and then I started betting them again. It's been win one, lose one, and this is the one. We're ripping this one up here.
Oh, he just got fouled. But yeah, this one's about it. So I guess if we're going
It's a
back
good
to the
Chiefs
other
hat there.
games,
That is. I like that Chiefs hat. Shark.
Go, Pat.
Connor, I'm with you, bro. I think it's going to go down like that. I really do.
I was on the Chiefs. I'm never going against them, except one time against Tom Brady and the Bucks when they were favorites and the Bucks were dogs. I was on the Bills. I was on them last week. Chiefs.
I agree. That's why I said I bought the hat for a reason. It's going down like that. There's no way around it. This is the new generation. It's the new dynasty. Dynasties are real in pro football because there's a top quality of coaching and articulation with people in this sport. And it is that way. It is that way. So for those of you guys that want to bet the Niners, I love the Niners. I actually love their whole makeup. I really get behind them, but I do think the Chiefs come through this game.
I think it's going to be a good game, though.
Yeah, no, without question. I mean, it is a Super Bowl. That's why we get drunk in the Super Bowl, because when we're sweating it, it's stressful as all hell. Because it's going to go back and forth. You remember the last time they played it in Miami pre-COVID? Crazily enough, I was looking at that. That was actually the sickest freaking thing about this whole thing. That was like 2 weeks before COVID when that Super Bowl went down in Miami. Just wild that we're running it back 4 years later.
Yeah,
unreal, like just wild. But we're going back, and I think it's a sick revenge spot. But I don't think it's necessarily going to go that direction. It's kind of a sick thing. Billy, what do you think?
Nah, I was just agreeing with you. Like, damn, like that shit's crazy that like both of these teams are back in the Super Bowl, and like it ends up being fucking mystery relevant versus the most relevant. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Shouts to the script writers, right?
Yo, shout out to our guy Ben Stevens. He said he followed C-Mac on that Miami bet. Man, C-Mac was all over that. He asked me about it last night, and I agreed with him when we talked about it last night. So 5.5.
Well, I was glad they were down. That was perfect. I was staring at one.
I don't know what the fuck I was doing, bro. I'm sitting there sweating my bet, and I'm missing money on the board. There's no excuse for me not to have bet that with you guys. So, but I'm happy you guys cashed.
Let me answer Tony's question. Yeah, I think Xavier beats up on DePaul. It's just 13.5. I mean, I'm not going to lay that, but that's on you. I mean, so that's it. No one answers this question. They win. I'm not going to lay 13 on the road, even against DePaul.
I haven't committed to Nevada just yet, but how can I go back to the East County now? C-Mac, what does that mean? You're from that area.
Buzzer just sounded here. 77-64 final for UConn. They're going to take the win. So now it's just look ahead for the rest of the day. I got Houston first half. Billy, you're there with me on that one. C-Mac, I'm thinking you didn't bet that Houston-Kansas game, right?
No. But first half, Houston, that team, they're going to, shut down Kansas with, I talk about it. They don't have a bench. But full game, they can't make shots and they can't make free throws. And on the road, that place will be rocking.
Did we talk about Baylor, Iowa State at all last night?
No. You want to talk about it?
Did we talk about it? Yeah, I want to talk about it. Shark, do you bet college basketball, Shark, or are you so focused on NBA right now like I am with college?
I used to bet college basketball. I think there's a huge market, but I honestly have no idea what you guys are talking about. So please go on.
Got you. Well, Baylor, Iowa State coming up, man. Billy, I'll let you take it first if you want to, man. And even if you don't have a bet on it, it's no worries. Just let us know what you're thinking on the game. Baylor coming off that win versus UCF. I had Baylor heavily invested that game, so it was a good win. But,
I told you,
they took the first matchup. Go ahead, Billy.
No, I was just saying the chat said thank you for the second half team total.
told you the second half team total was there was no way they were going to not get those 8 points that they basically blew in the first half.
Yeah, bro, money right there. That's what we're here for, though. Honestly, chat. So shout out to anybody that cashed on it, because like we can tell you what we like, you can tell us what we like, but at the end of the day, only fucking you can press the button. Only I can press the button for myself. We're responsible for the action. So if you're making money, it's the whole point of this shit. So shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to everybody that's a member. I'll keep saying that. Our guy Joey's a member, and he's dropping his action. He said Baylor 3.5. I'm with you. Kansas +1. Houston first half. That's balls. I've thought that with that Wisconsin-Nebraska game. I swear to God, I wanted Wisconsin first half, Nebraska full game, but I did nothing. Utah Valley +5.5. Kentucky money line. Texas A&M money -2.5. Damn, Joey, I like your fucking bets there, man. I really do. I'm not gonna lie with you.
I like that Utah Valley one. I saw a lot of sharps taking that Utah Valley line.
Yo, I was gonna say though, Iowa State Baylor. Take it away if you want, Billy, because I do want to get into this game a little bit. I'm on Baylor full game. I took them, on the spread. So, but let me know what you think.
I didn't get to that one in the Big 12. The Big 12's been kind of like weird results because, I mean, they're so good in the conference, but I would go Baylor or pass. I mean, I don't like betting against Baylor ever, really. And it's at Baylor. Iowa State is as good as they are on the road.
That's the big thing with Iowa State, yep.
I think the low key, if you don't want to pick a side, I think the total could be a good angle. I think that goes up and over the total.
It's come down, but I agree with you, Billy. Iowa State, especially on the road, a little bit more just of an over team this year. They've been priced too low. Baylor, we know, is an over team. They even got over this last game against UCF. I lost that under 139. Iowa State has dealt with them and played, though, the last few years, and I don't think they have a problem going in there. I don't love going against Baylor at home, but I think that game could be close. So,
yeah, Iowa State's actually beat Baylor in Baylor the last 2 times. Granted, now they have the new arena this year. I mean, that would definitely
they're in the new spot, yeah.
So I can tell you for Iowa State and Baylor, Baylor's only covered the spread 2 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams. So for bettors that have been back in Baylor, it's not been good. And I think I've been there.
I mean, Iowa State's had some NBA players on their team in the last 4 to 5 years, which is not Iowa State-esque.
Yeah, Iowa State.
Good wins. 3 straight wins, too, for them.
So let me back up Baylor. I'll say this, though. Iowa State's looking to take the brooms out again. So Baylor's got to win this right here, or else they're going to get swept by Iowa State 2 years in a row. I think Baylor's got that home court chip on their shoulder here. We're talking about a Big 12 team. Well, we've got Big 12 teams. We got 14 right now, and 12 of these fucking 14 teams might be in the field of 64. Baylor
should stack.
Baylor is a team that a lot of people like to take away from and say that they might be overrated. UConn's another one of those teams. A lot of people kind of say they're overrated, but I'll say this: opinions aside, Baylor's a few possessions away from being a top 3 team in the nation, and that, again, I'm not putting my opinion whether or not they should be there, but if you look at the scores and the way these games and the overtime losses have happened, they're a couple possessions away from being a top 3 basketball team in the nation. And I'm not saying
they have the best guard in the country. I mean, fucking Jacoby Walter is going to be a top 10 pick in the NBA draft.
Yeah,
the last time Baylor's top 10 pick.
And talking about the Big 12 right now as a whole, I know that Baylor's 2 games back right now, but by the end of it, I think Baylor, they're going to have a say in what happens. Obviously it starts with baby steps, and one of those steps right here would be taking a home win over Iowa State. So I like Baylor here. I got Baylor -3.5. That's where I'm at. So,
Tony, Kentucky. I like Kentucky. So, Cav, what do you like there?
I bet Kentucky. I took them on the money line. I got +110. I think it's moved here. Let me pull up the lines really quick and see what we can get now. But I took Kentucky on the money line. Regardless of how much it's moved, I still like it. Tennessee is a great basketball team, and their defense is going to travel. One of the best defenses in college basketball year in and year out. And both of these teams coming off a loss, Kentucky lost the home game against Florida, Tennessee coming off the loss against South Carolina. And I don't mean to be so basic with this, but do we think Kentucky's about to drop 2 games at home? I really don't. I think they bounce back here against Tennessee. I've seen Tennessee's offense go cold throughout the season. Their defense always seems to be there, but if their offense shows any sign of going cold, you're looking at a Kentucky offense that even against a good defense could put a 9 or 10-point, 12-point run up, in the blink of an eye. I got to take Kentucky plus money at home, especially coming off that loss. What do you guys think on that one?
Yeah.
The total,
I already said it. Under, too.
yeah, the total's way too high. Like, if you look at Tennessee's last 5 games, well, just saying, I mean, granted, Kentucky runs like one of the fastest paces in college basketball. But
Oh, yeah.
like 135.5, 141. Bama is a comparable game that went over. The Florida one went under 159. It just feels like a 159 total feels like a really fat total in this game. Looking at like the historical head-to-heads, they've been straight unders in this head-to-head matchup.
Billy, let me ask you a question. Do you think the books know something? It's going the other direction?
No, it just feels like when people see Kentucky on the slate.
Let me cut you off. I'll cut you off because I want to make this point. Usually, when historical data is sticking in the past and the number is moving north, the books are telling you the entire environment is moving north. And this is where I actually got into a little bit of beef with my guy, Philly Sharp, and I want to give him a shout because I love him so much, and I love you guys so much. I love everybody, so I just make these analytical comments. It's never antagonistic, but most people are looking at essentially the past historical data and thinking that's what's going on. It's this normalization of numbers, and oftentimes it's moving the other direction. And when you're seeing these numbers move the other direction, it's essentially, if you zoom out on the environment, you're basically stuck in a small window, and it's going to pop the other direction big. So just being like super, super analytical here.
I just think that the way the total set up, their last game was 171.5. That has to be like.
Let me cut you back up. This is exactly what I'm talking about, because it's all about going back to the last game. One of the best things you could ever do as a sports handicapper is forget about the past and think about the normalization of the average as we go forward across the entire gamut of environments. And you're going to see this pop. And Billy, I love you. You're honestly so freaking smart. I'm just telling you, like, this is my own experience in sports betting. Usually when you see things that are hovering in the past, they're going to jump the other direction. So tell me why I'm wrong. Please tell me why. Tell me why.
I'll play the devil's advocate for both of you guys here. Here's the thing. Here's the thing on that. For me with sports betting, a lot of it with like where I'm going to put my money is trying to see where a team's going, which, it's hard to see where somebody's going without seeing the past. But I understand, I guess, maybe leaving like if you're talking about the last game behind, but like an overall trajectory of a team is one of the things that I put into my cap, like where I see a team finishing on the season and where they're at. Because, if I see a team finishing, having a good season, right, and they're struggling a little bit, that's a buy low spot for me where I'm going to hammer that team. So I guess that's my way to play devil's advocate on that.
Well, college basketball is such a unique sport because you could just sign on to KenPom, look at the stuff, and it's going to spit out what the spread is going to be, what the total is going to be. And it's basically us betting against KenPom's computer. That's really what college basketball really breaks down to. I don't know, man. It just feels like for where the total's set at, man, 160.5 in a Tennessee game is a fat total, just considering how they are. For them to win this game, if they run up and down with Kentucky, they're getting blown the fuck out. But if they stay in the half court, it's going to be probably a slugfest. Tennessee's going to try half court. Kentucky has shown that they just make turnovers in the half court. They're more of a get out and pace type of team.
There's no real confirmation on their injury news report. But if DJ Wagner's out again, I don't know, man. I don't know.
None yet. Personal matchup is the most important thing that I cap. That's number one. I'm just saying, like,
there's so many to everything in my cat, like, that's a glance at. I look at the money because it doesn't really. I'm not one of those guys that goes off it completely. Like Razor, he caps off reverse line movement. That's it. That's all he gives a shit about, really. And of course, he looks at the trends that go with it. But I just think there's all the shit. I kind of do it all encompassing to make it a decision in the end. So, but I love the banner. That's why I love this. Everyone's different. If we were all the same, life would be fucking boring. Right?
Damn fucking right.
Come on now.
Chad's got a good deep breakdown on Tennessee, Kentucky. I mean, like, it's the game of the day. It's one of the games of the day. I would say it's top 5 most watched games today.
Yeah, it's got to be easily, man. We got such a great slate of basketball today. One of the games that, like I said, I'm not betting. That's a big one. That's right there is the Duke and North Carolina game. We can keep going, but like my guy C-Mac said, I think as of now, we're supposed to, I guess, technically get this thing shut down here in just a little bit. So I just want to say shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We had over 100 people the whole time rocking with us. Like, we don't have anything without you guys. So thank you for being here. Drop your action in the chat for the day coming up. Even if you put it in there already, put it in there again really quick. Let us highlight it. I want to see it. Put your action in the comments below for anybody that comes back and sees the video. I know people that hunt bets out the comments. So, not the live comments, but the regular comments. Our guy Jose saying shout out to the Shark right here. Man, Shark, thanks for jumping on with us. Billy, you're here every week, man. It's a fucking blast talking college basketball with you. You got any last words for the chat, guys? I'm going to let you guys take it for a second.
UFC stream, 4 o'clock, 2 hours from now. Get ready for the blips, the clips, and the violence that we're going to be having here. Well, we have a nice little college basketball in the background, but it's going to be a violent card.
There you go. Yeah, and I'll say it one more time, thepubsportsradio.com. Go to the website, sign up for the competition. It's free to sign up, and the winner gets $100. You might win. So, Shark, man, you don't have anything official, but you said you like the Knicks a little bit there. Our guy Dutch backed it up. He likes the Knicks. Man,
I haven't gotten there in the league just yet. We're sitting here. It's the middle of the afternoon, and that's the blessing of this entire channel and this entire conversation. It is the middle of the afternoon, and it's one of those things where you sit back and you ask yourself, how blessed are we to be people doing this for a living and enjoying the process of ourselves. So shout out to you guys, Billy. Love the conversation. Connor Mack signed off, or he's back in there. He just came on so perfectly as I was throwing it right to him. And Debbie, you are the man. I'll talk to you off the air. Guys, it's a blessing. Let's dominate always. Thank you for the process. Enjoy it, and let's go.
Hell yes. C-Mac, you want to take us home here? Hit the chat one more time and get us out of here, man.
Yeah, did you hit them up? Perky, Tony, Jose, Ramon, great job. He cashed UConn. Premium, good work. West Virginia, I think Billy hit it earlier. I think if you bet BYU there, look early. Full game. I think and I don't love West Virginia. They've already got me this year once or twice, so they're not great. But this is a sneaky one. Unless BYU just shoots the lights out, which they can, because they shoot the three so well. But shout out to everyone. Al, Daniel, everyone. We're out of here. Cheshire Cat. We're out of here, baby. We be pumping!
Pub Sports Radio's the crew, that's a fact. We all about bread, making bank accounts fat. Who the hell is that? LJ from the H, I stack green like Boston. Shout out to Nasty Nate from down south, where we ride on slab. 420 highway smoking with that boy Dabby Cab. Swing by Dallas with them Cowboy fans so we can smoke out J Money, cause you know that's our mans. Us against the bookies, put money in our pockets. Fly out to Vegas, meet up with Ski Profit. Hit the sports books, we got money to stack. Can't forget them college picks with that boy Connor Mack.